tẹ́lẹ̀ fọ̀fọ́. Pólé ni wọ́n tẹ́lẹ̀ yòóyò. Káyé wò mọ́ yé yé.
Manchester United MON-FRI Koyo Martin Wombra Omo Omo rivals Liverpool Abome Camino Momo Atimu Bako Barcelona rainy weekendi and after Real Madrid so no etini erene England on abim Chelsea FRN Arsenal FRN Manchester City Omo so etini FRN everything see our teama confidi Omo nkomo paye Liverpool under and slot defending champions no struggle o check your last 4 to 5 matches are omo abakon mu edempa e di ama Liverpool to so adwenche no sene sietie nyambo a ochna UCL na ba Luther the update awro na ebewuramu etimi e di ama ye ba fie na ya ba bedi nkomo eno akrobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko ekugina Ghana ya namo ewo interclub competition oro ani chemu abibrema niama nko ya mfa mo Ghana ha return encounter no work for na confirming an opise Friday anyume na ejepene timi akoso ye be rom na details awro na ye tiye da bro na girize nra de na nkoye amfa makrobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Wa join you live on Fakye TV or on Facebook obe follow wa like wa share wa comment o comment no hu hia me pa ezanze wa dwenche no e baba be ke de no wa ne boa madwuma de ni wie pen to join you on Facebook obe follow wa like wa share wa comment na boa na ne ma de da de etimi ra on YouTube no also no join ya oba subscribe ne kama pa wa like wa share wa comment na bibia akoyie pa etimi eri amao ebetimi afa na ye WhatsApp line so bini to WhatsApp SMS no ye be kinkeri ama number no 020 754 3637 020 754 3637 na boa na ne ma de ye pa etimi edi amao sara meke no luta roberto amanone Habib Mohamed ewa na afi no Ricardo Vaz ono so no ewa na afi maestro ewa omo boana dwumade no yetimi edi abro no Benas yere executive producer Ayu Kofi Philip Airborne ni chidom eno so echi no MP enafe Edible Duo Caesar MC Malik omunyina aka di aboma omo Airborne dwumade no yedi erum kama pretimi aramantima adwenche nembra 020754 3637 020754 3637 Ebabeka Simane du amama peja mi mu a mema akwan na wafre na onso no nsama yedi nkomo no de owo ka no wabomode ere ato aso etini edi amami di no ABOU DIABY yere on quick eba pre still be ebe ko amanone na amanone nsem no edi ka sha ase ama yeba sisi a Monday's edition of Erametimi Aramantuba, over like here on Facebook, wa share, wa comment na boa, na nyama kuira amantu di answer like na o share, serebe ya, uni abinye biare, na we ja comment no, wo kama upon YouTube ba, over subscribe ne kama pa, na wabomode na onso no, wetimi like na wa share, uja message no ehwe ya can carry ammonia WhatsApp line no 020754 3637 020 754 3637. Ojidi is a weekend the result out pe ne buy and I say uti ni ama shara nko ye ntimi amfa man komo no udi erefa hin ni na de roma ye we ne akenkere ama ken bibia oboko de
nyame atom aku na so e
nso mo wadin say amano ne so ne ma ekokama
oh nyame adom o kina UCL matches ho nti nsempi eba na weekend so various leagues eba you know nsama odo a ekeka mu nyina ne sande ba
Matias ti ken no waba encho de yeko akwakoramu amanone na amanone nsama odo na etimi ewramu kama pa eri amamona abo na bibia adayera manti ken onim ze why crowd wa ma minja mu fama na de fe tufa na fayeramu kakra ene ye joda em ze kofo etwen videos a odo na ne ma ode ba be ranti ken ye hwe na yenye we na yewram na emboa na niama de da ye pa etimi emfa emmamona hihye no enko kama so etimi emfa mam de yere enche yebe na yewramu na bibia adeda ye enso ewa amanone etimi ede amamonti adwenche no number 0207543637 0207543637 oba ye Facebook page wa also no betimi abomode na weja onso no wadwenche no eho no ye na ya kenkere amana every Monday the omomuni ajepa e Man United supporters and all.
Oh yes. Supporters in Kwa, even the playing body no, and they come for some room or quarantine. That guys and also. So we say we should think as a
United for.
Aye.
But they are fan.
Oh, I am trained.
Came out say Mami Jamu man at the fair cop. Why?
Right, Tapana sounds so now you're breaking it down, now you're touching it down, now you're knocking it down, now you're jamu on power, I'm running some more. Now, me patrol, my referee, Girl Manzano, a child you still all day. You've been Ramo UEFA Champions League. Now, Uramo Germany, game back to Leverkusen, a ball against a PSG. Now, Urama Spanish referee, your friend referee, Girl Manzano, and Omatuli Tumatinamano, as so bad the center referee. Now, Opejinam, not game a bit to Leverkusen, and a PSG game, no, what went to my come a beer sweat my fire. Now, my supporters are, or more PSG, Mino Casamamen touching it down, and from as a so far supporters. 1,800 and about travel from Paris. On the team that travel Pemo Germany. Then you understand Omo Ba and Payufa Pomo Coco. Omo Kate 80 man. Your friend Patrol PSG. Some of supporters in Casa. Omo Ultras in Casa. Now 1,800 supporters are Omo Ebanon. Omo Menino Munche. No Braswanya Kama. And no Edeba. No Roma. Me Patrol PSG team. No Mami Vito. No Manam Kranso. Kopem ewo Germany na noma didam noma debi keke enu ye PSG omu team no omo bomo akete omo bomo bagim omo dressing kama Luis Enrique enu UEFA Champions League the defending champions omo ena komo board flight na omo kopem Germany head of the big gamer Betoja on Leverkusen na bibia so atma ye kama brom romo flight no no enu now the traveling squad say NCTM Urama Bayafana Kimi Ashraf Lucas Berardo Marquinhos Zabani Quaraskelia Gonzalo Ramos Dembele and your Mosquito Boy and your Desiree Dwayne Vitinha Lika Im Lucas Hernandez Majulo Nuno Mendes Bacola Chevalier Zaire Emery Safonov and Boynam you're from Pacho in Janto, Mbaye William Pacho, and Renato Marin, Omo and a Meki Squadra, the Eco Prema Belso Toyakama. Now Urama Boy very Joao Neves, the Metis Sabainum, Onyanya fully fit, now Rama Luis Enrique, and the PSG medical team, as someone rescue Boynum, Omo Ebenya Butramano, not Bueno Anya, a fully recovery, no Belso Yakama, and to Bonnet Matran, no PS William Pacho, Obeka last week more, and I'm touching it down. At the mouse, William Pacho, boy, no PS the first reward Tomtemano, Metasia Montemano, on special appreciation. At the William Pacho, Linans on Mate Liverpool, for Epenon, the Liverpool for Sequanate, a Betmiaco, Nasequanate Paqua, Omia Saint Dadako, among some boy none, you're from William Pacho. And I'm the bottom for the Babwa and until PSG as a contract extension. Omu mani sikadi, omu mana frumaya man, omu mana track national. The Biaso Kamam Gusua, omu team komo, be and Chabano contract renewal or Bassine, the Biaso Tmaya Kama, and no Adeba Mami list of PSG, omu players, omu team komo, as a and John Best and omu contract. I'm a Biaso etwa jeje tuja urama Dembele mutiapa omo solist players and chomu contract no betima bana wiye omo peso omo hwem na nkasa players no omo timi stand omo contract eso adima omo na bia so ayekama urama Dembele edidim ntintiman na bia eso yakama after so je Ballon d'Or what the betudwa ese 80 million euros omo demand eso e form or president panyimfo ese nkomo mpagya monfama no nka bia so nya kamenya list na ya be bia so diamamo mo PSG omo list of players omo pe extension omo no omo team komo na bia so twa ye kama eno e dia bana Roma boy way o si akai adma Leverkusen Loic Body na Loic Body na akasa wa Leverkusen omo ready so mpe defender tia Dembele sa oye mosquito boy wa Ballon d'Or winner enyom Leverkusen for so na boy no wakantama dinsie esene de besi penyansi enya dese Dembele penya go ho enu ensem opan dia tudwa na owie no se eyomo pleasure eso mu sha PSG the greatest team we assese aso PSG ene Loic Body no na mame enko Juve na boy na Kenen Jordes menya twuma emamo ye bizan samosa wani just so perfect Real Madrid awo Bernabeu was akoda bia dream and so be ball stadium na Obeshia Madrid na Bernabeu most beautiful stadium we are say na Obechoma in dream now bam na ni acho papa a club like Madrid a Champions League no sano mushia na ni just some papa ye busasa sen wo fili ese Juve just number 10 a shot at the Del Piero a peshe bino wasemasa enye ize so wo she Juve omu just number 10 a amazing feeling a debia one team fan compare Del Piero na so ena wawa eso no fit take just number 10 wo Juve number Alexander Del Piero a say no ono so ba ono so eshe no I go to door eja ekuniche mom ene Juventus omu coach no the next 2 games when to answer some wanyi nkonya wanya miracle ombetima panina sitomba pamno the next 2 games or against Real Madrid and a Champions League game or your Papa Lazio 2 crucial games and I go to door omo already saw mom when to me there no wanya better results ombe pamno me ti coaches be it's Luciano Spalletti Roberto Mancini Paladino omuye names bi omu consider na enu achine mahum asana nse opanya Damian Komole wani agotu do so muhia na omu tin komanie na edini pia omu cha se target link Juve ayo pani Marco Rosa omu hwese ntuma no omu pam agotu da on petimi no ba enu achi Eden Tazet onu so ni team apeta bamaso ese on petimi de adwuma na ma no na bia so ayekama ena opanyeben Daniel Di Rossi onu so ni diapa ese Juve adwuma no omu pam no I go to da on petimi de Daniel Di Rossi on petimi de adwuma na ma no na bia so ayekama mame Scott McTominay na me nya adwuma na nyina no se ena boy na timi team no esu aye training am a player come ahead of the Champions League game omni PSV esu ebabo chese no ma didam no ma debi keke no ma ekoyi esu adima Scott McTominay ani no poli bobo econom Marcus Thuram abodma Inter Milan wani Matteo Damian ene omantuni team no anyo training abra team no prepare ebe kokopem Brazils ani Union Saint-Hilonsi akobo ya desa omuntuni team no enkopem Brazils ewo Belgium na uko Inter Milan mami omu training ni we kakra ene omu training no eso team to dwa na utwa ene Inter Milan omu trainer Christian Chivo eliti wo mo omu so ya na mpa echasa mpa team no omani abre yase ni brain soldier na we do to sampa Inter Milan omani abre esampa omabomi fita duku esafi omafe afi omebo adwuma ama bia so twa ye kama na mame Real Madrid Ferland Mendy ono so ya dese game against Juve enya dese follomente chance obetimi abom na mum diamete say obetimi ka team list no home for game against Juve na bia so ye kama na kotoa anopamintima so nya knock enra a game omni ha 10 for boy kotoa si enya something serious kotoa be ready for a Juve game ebebo na bia ye kama ene Danny Kabaha train the legs and down on the final stages our recovery process and to yem bia ye kama Alonso so be say what the trend and Danny Kabaha or Jomo Brecker Air Classico or team no home I'm a bia ye kama my Madrid training in the kakra and a Madrid training to toga na training ye kama I'm a bia so ye a brand trend the legs and down on a better finish junior no or piano the atom na denouncing yes optimistic so be ready for the Air Classico was so so penny Classico bebo Antonio Rudiger Bassa defender or Beba Baka just after November international break and Antonio Bassa Rudiger or Beba Baka wet me up yes Franco Mastantuano akodane bufuye ni bufu wan anu game Amadou boy no ni bufu David Alaba and your busa Salaba ya dem omsin Rafiki we be to no baby danon the dangerous position of say Alaba or left and a Franco Mastantuano also a left no Mastantuano yes anko kobo bono Alaba say Franco senior man mo ha ankoda mo pamoni nso ade me ma ball don ma pechina wa so be kokoko ma demete ese Franco Mastantuano yeso pani bufu pa ese Alaba amna mo sa free kick no na Alaba discomforter okonya won me patro ne nani fam no ene omo ebe another test o cha another test epese to drum and some final decision as what me pa na killing Mbappe Anna Bagos no panyine was papa na so far 395 goals and watch on a professional career for club and country for the clubs Sao Monaco PSG Real Madrid and a France national team so far 395 goals and what much now yes player Ben at the age of 27 or 21st century what to more goals as Mbappe what to like no Messi at the age of 27 no at 394 goals Mbappe 395 just at the age of 27 or Baltimore we piaso kama aso edmano na Trent Alexander or 100% face Liverpool and no Edemetia me church I'm breaking it down not me tell mama na mami pay picture na what is Santi Casola and a general na eluna Santi Casola emrebia ebetodwa esa real viato and passesia one boy team command e busa Casola so pending and I catch Pedri was I told Pedri that he is the best midfielder at the moment and what catch no and yes sir na Lamine Yamal so was Lamine Yamal comparison omoya Yamal to Messi and CR7 was there be omunya yakoda no we should leave him alone and no Santi Casola and the San Samutuga was yakoda no Lamine has to write his own story and football mom and some of the akafan no mami Barcelona training in there na Eric Garcia na ekopo Rashford Sulia na obon Sulia we ode pemano owi obejan want to obesre sa na down wa bought Rashford amule wa bon Sulia no obon we no don ha Rashford wasa ekwa down na mo we your bank out to bank no papa anka mema be junso guyam too much bon ne na mo na nkokom sa no no enama Eric Garcia one Rashford football the man ye there the man ye fair be and that's why you breaking it down na ye jejam adama no Roman part of Ferran Torres one Rafinha omo anye training na opai ni nyina no se Barca Olympiacos game omo Barcelona bebo enya just Ferran Torres any Rafinha betimi abobe Christensen aso antima ma yesi due to fatigue into antima ma nemo expectation say open present against Olympiacos na biaso ayekama na mame mfama essence flex says two players we and Rafinha and Ferran Torres or Bompaye so I'm available against Madrid by Thursday. I was declare medical clearance etimi ba head of the air class equa petrogram nyame pa on Sunday biaso atuma ekama na Hansi Flick Demeteba and Hansi Flick in Simpim you so penny kakra was any emotions a red card what was so dopasa and what to Tim Papa what do you know for the na Demetsa red card Barcelona wala porta confirm amaye ese already omaya appeal adakoma empanyimfo se red card wode adabra kania dabrato omonteso no de ano de enye red card Barca flex said be on percent ne grandson ne nana pon sasare super team on passa de no we coach that the red card esa na cha said be we super nye anu nsamo panyine no adia tuka no so far Hansi Flick Brandon Femi Lopez Ekoshia and Central for head of Olympiacos game now was on perfect Rafinha kakra and you and some opinion to that now Flick adia to that I saw try attack training them Lamine Yamal Rashford and a Rooney Baji Omumi and Sano train no man opai as you training said no ma e bet me fat amana no edeba ye chama breaking down as so at the amamo now Femi Lopez or a Barcelona player was so Olympiacos match was the summer transfer market amano ma be pay one call just set to me talakuma so enti no one kono or person what na no control no ma be pay na ogisika na osa agin kruwa na prayer fine on ontimi control no ma ni desire enyo no person no ma e Barcelona owie no osinya me pa omo efile so mpa reche level no mo pe na level na boss omo pe no mo nya reche ho enu Femi Lopez mami Anthony or Danny Canon na me patro omo say no ma bi ho intense ni nyina mo mai Anthony on so na team komo ni nyina na sa one VR fans omo kikan sem bi di kira no wasa no mo atwam intense asa bobo na nkofo di watem adavia supporters omo toto bottles at the ball no ni nyina adesa oni hwe obeka mpanyimfo ho enu Anthony Linsa no mami Atletico Madrid team no eso enam kwanso mo ko London mami video ne squad no eni omo board flight na biaso atwa kama we goalkeeper muso Jano Black Jawa Rugeri Clamon Lengla Molina Hanko Mark Pubel Javi Galan Leonoman omo squad e drum elko Jawa Kalaga Koke Barrios Alex Bina your Marcos Lorente Gugliano and your Nico Omunya squad Antoine Griezmann Alexander Solot Thiago Almada Jawa Bina Julian Alvarez Raspadori Omunya Eka squad noa ye do omo elko pema biaso ayekama na orana ye friend me pacho ye Thiago Simeone was in your pro say biabefa na mami Arsenal training Gebra Yesu Boyna Gebra Magalhaes was resa na me pacho ene utwa omuye training ena team talk koso na Gebra Sidiam kwa na kodawe wo ye ya no osre omo se akode o ye obetwa wo ni team one thing was within wayan kanya atetem krona omo kan no dafom omo se eye o se ball mapaso after win against Fulham na omo akwa akotabri ni setabri nwa adiaba was say ye anije eso adema ya Sidiam kwa na me training ankasa Arsenal dibi baba Arsenal dibi apa Amante United Coach Lampard sia Arsenal training when the former man team players now we Roma we multi-ball and on ball with foot tennis omo na ball no dorsum we Bobby Kwaha no we Bobby Akwaha no we Dipinam ha no biaso ya kama into your champion coach at Lampard Amante United maso chitim bia bronwon potamo no sia Arsenal training ni bi no biaso tuma ya kama no edaba ye breaking it down, touching it down, not you're knocking it down. That's what down. Na Mikel Arteta akasa about us and so be a favorite for a year me patro titles this particular season.
you think you are the favourites now?
The only thing that I embrace is when I see the team, the energy, the temperature, the commitment, and the quality that they can deliver, that it gives me that conviction that we can go all the way. But that's it. That's just a feeling that the next day you have to prove it, the next training session you have to prove it, and nothing else, and we cannot be busy thinking about those topics.
Eno ensama ateta edituda na ne uromance na training on no se Piero and Copy and Ben White omunyina etim e first team no e training ma bibia eso ye kama na former Arsenal striker eno a free agent Tyrese John and also by us prepare against Atletico Madrid no one team e training ama bibia so etim aye kama na mami Ellen Holland and Calvin Phillips almost Man City your training na Man City training na ground koda we esu edi ya e chase ampa Pep Guardiola kwada mo Calvin Phillips and Ellen Holland no omu training agro na unhwe omu traveling squad Man City traveling squad goalkeeper Donnarumma, James Trafford, Bettinelli, Luis Nunes, John Stones, Samson Ruben Diaz, Natnake, Josko Guardiola, Nuri, Nico O'Reilly, Sanso and Kovacic, your Tijani Rantes, Bernardo Silva, for Foden, Ren Sharky Savino, Ellen Holland Mamouche, and Jeremy Toku, Amna Emeki squad, no Biaso at Americama, now Anopara Newcastle, Sandro Tonelli, went to me 18 of me patro annual training, Ninasi Edia Air Prepare, Asobe Pemo Benfica, now Omakobo Champions League game, Milford Omini from 17 minutes against Brighton on Saturday. Na Jamie Sabai on a desert no on your feet until MON-FRI training no na Magiu a Chelsea player Magiu on also Jamie Spain De La Fuente consider as a buy on Obetman call up November for the Mepacha Walker qualifiers on Bassa Obetmi and your squad in be a rock walk up I'm a player kama Sansu and a boy Josh champion na yaka Josh champion honestly a player bia yasa sama num team a friend no Dortmund eje don betim bia aso mo pa kwada no Chelsea reject ye omo pass and come permanent down omo penilon bibia omo pe bia no Josh a champion Dortmund ye na so Chelsea reject ye na mame owuraba Sean Dyke can pom dem home so ono brand manager the Nottingham Forest or sign contract akosi 2027 Roberto Mancini omni team commit already we reject offer no Sean Dyke probably Nottingham Forest manager na se bia so aye kama ama bia so aye fine e ama wo mo na mami Manchester United the Crawford ekwo wini buy or quarantine abra players arrive e quarantine omo ba na field run wa Jo Sampa udran wa chia na yenti omo kakra.
Amazing. Very good sleep.
Good, yeah, very nice.
Who was your man of the match yesterday?
It has to be Harry Maguire.
Yeah. And who was your man of the match yesterday?
Everyone knows. It's good.
Yeah. Who was your man of the match yesterday?
Harry Maguire. Very good.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Do you have a man of the match in mind?
All of us. I would say Sandy very good, very strong in the beginning. Harry obviously won. Cunha, massive last few minutes to give us some help to have the ball. I think all of us, Lenny was very important when he came on.
The assist for the winning was quite good as well.
Coffee tastes good.
Yeah. Feeling good after yesterday?
Yeah.
It was good? Yeah?
No, Manchester United or more players and Urama, one man of the match and Bruno si nra there goalkeeper Seni na Harima go about late and Matthias Cunha so no masa boy ni ebaduma pa and no mu chama bia so fa mame ba munchin na ansema ba munchin no mame nice one wey Urama Owura ye friend Harima go Post and na Scott McTominay and Jesse Lingard in etimi pardon mu comment by ebe born a paso for helping United so mu enya win ama biaso etimi ayekama na ukopa mu nchina mu training ni paso na mu training na Reverend Vincent Company and a Christopher omo ebe monitor Afonso Davies SOA training na after the training you say Michael Olise Nicholas Jackson extra section omo working on finishing ama biaso etimi ayekama eno ene daswa ye jama breaking it down around our Galatasaray Mami Leroy Sani na Sani we already try Porto Glant and on it team training now try Leroy Sani what boss so after say omuye training chasampa no ma ayekama edma Leroy Sani and which Moro Icardi eso and join team training ama biaso ayekama Mame Ora ya friend me pacho Leroy Sani Moro Icardi eso edie ebeba na me patron so no tibe train me bia fine na o ma me Victor Osimhen answer no Osimhen ene train we bia na Osimhen ene che papa Victor Osimhen o diasa yentie nyono kakra na o diasa na Fenerbahce Ntapa and the train on and a boy never John to run completed the majority of individual programs demand to be beat them sapino Papa Rangers coach Danny Raw and Matisse Jumano Omuti Pemano Rangers or many Jampacho Danny Raw and Omuti Pemano Nabi Piasso Ayakama Nico Williams on Swayate Pinatra Inaki Williams New friend Nico Williams na little Oscar akwadanere Oscar ni dream atimi abam eso we share Nico Williams in person na eno na we share no channel say omudim komo no mo hwe na bibia so atimi ayeka akwadan little Oscar no ni daya so nyina no say obehia Nico Williams ampa watimi ehia Nico Williams yesen idol eni Nico Williams eno no ntakwadane ni age eno ede ba ye de ema modwumadi no so na urama boyna me patroni di Everton defender Gerard Braithwaite ono so ochira no beko akwen operation no na wakwa akwe ese bibia betima ye kama eso ede amana ni nyina no se wapra Everton defender ne hwe eso operation betima akoso na bibia so etima didam na head of me patro Taxis Association and your taxi drivers association omo Barcelona chronom omo se omo beko strike ahead of Barcelona and Olympiacos omo game no omo se omo epeko strike omo nanim tentia omo se omo eko strike eno ede baye de emamo na me patro komo team no badwuma na Fabrica so far 9 games opo 8 unbeaten na eno atelo nui na Arsene Wenger na Rafael Varane omo team epiem ewo Italy ekotwe no na omo bo orana paso papa eso obadwuma pa na otwa eye Nico Pasa so far out of 8 games so makom beaten pia wan shekwa otimi assiste eno chase Fabregas badwuma ewo komo eno ede doje di wiekra no na Messi anopaye di Messi nsem pibedao ese uramo MLS ono ena age MVP back to back na eno game ni pa na wie ya dese players omone eye Messi team pa nazo players ko bia baso ni Messi sajesi ena mpacho mfa ujesi ni mame ena Messi ka sa mum yanko dressing room na meti jesi no mede bama won obi aso mirikam obi pentem ra dressing room ade okope Messi jesi eso atimi age eno ede dawo yenyina so na nsema wodo a ena wie ya bobo ano eso ewo me patcho Fakye TV so no yemfansia no pa Lami Jama Kingsley penalty no video no da so no e penalty president o wie no say o dedicate Edma Jules Kunte ono bone de say no Jama no international ABOU DIABY mami nyina so mfansama hodo ameboaboa no emfansia na wie na ne tim mfa de akanya ento aso
ora sira kaze ko for balu takise wejana na so abomodin etimi eren sema hodo na efia manone aba be rametimi era madank nature healthcare complex yanka eva josebra na bra be romo masuere be bo na nam yare bia no yare to ase etimi era mama kere achozo mo ne specialist no medjuma omo ye ne niam no mudi ram no ya dia edamu shonkon anonso edin papa ni na nze machines a hodo na ba eno ne yere be cheke o awon bebi a yare ne hye zenne eyewe bi a yahwe na afia sama wodura ebeboa ma na ma da diere amantime pacho what shall see enye nsunsuanso yo ba na bema na wetu aramiza zennam yare na ne kono edin wanya bebi a yebre ne aboa ma wogia wo na so ye ase ababa kekra na hra na wo ho ekwa di sanse sese wa betra fi no waizo we na ye we didie we ntima menko enkonko no maduru dabi romo dank nature healthcare complex na wena ye boezo yo ba ojunso obre ewo na nso bi fi wade no mu ba eyi nka ama no ne breme bi ehyiema eden so obesen aba be frɛ nam so kra ama wapra nema enhyara mfa omoze du bebi kra etimi ya na aka kidney no enu liver no udi agro kra ma weni fra be ma ojunso na emu apai onso owa na nso bi gu oni oba ehyiema wa hoden na ba forma simple kra romo dank nature healthcare complex so kwa doc edo be fa na machines ma bebi a ye ne hye na ye timi aso ano trade pechi number 2 obo modena wenyomo fa doc number 0244 017 556 0244 017 556 na 0266 593 330 0266 593 330 dank ana ahotofie kɔ ne ambo na onso je wire season say aye dia ya edi nkofo bebrenya okwanye no nkwanya wa hodo na yere ne aboa Millennium Constructions de bia meka Charles say uwa manone na wo hwe nko ade a emfe sika no nkonkonkusi of atakra so obedi okoka obema examples hodo na ena kwa me wusu abuhwe ye me na me do to me konso koko Rome Hospital nyame anka wuye enka unyaska we na of amaduzi gade na be ampa untimi nyehwe Millennium Constructions de di kan yanka che Ghana fo nyina se opa dance won niam bia contact omo de no wo form ye beton bi etimi area ma o e na omo ze men kan choose ne wo asaso peso ton empo uni asaso pemonato na peso osifie mu no ana upefie ato ofie na dada peso renovate a omo na wo zo ne omo kasa fa ho to omo so na nya gidi omumu omo system ne mo 15 to 20 solid years omo modimo no en schools aworo omo na esi asoya ahodo no omo na esi about hostels aworo no omo na esi hospitals aworo no omo na esi omo into real estate development no omo ne Millennium Construction say the deans also omo no wadanse oni amanti omo adwuma ye na efo oni omo deans also a achaya no time a ope no endukra no mahwe aye ne kama pa etimi ere omo ze Ghana baby a wa asase bi a ope so she project na se no omo na ma ne 0244 274084 0244 274084 kuma se bo shen na yas janshi romni aboa na ne man koyem fama Millennium Constructions rebuild your dream na ze beboa ama die so no abam na ne man koye pere ama Gentleman Dental Clinic makase wo se no yade a ewo zo di hu ni eza upie pe obi a hu pe na ne ni age wanu mu ehwamo kasa nso ede ene omo ebedi nkomo na ncheche wo no yere ato aso de ama makase Gentleman nko a ena akwa yehwe wo se na usika semo nyakra doko si abotre uri twiade owo no na wahwe wa wi a wanya ahode na de aka no na ode ato aso ere ama o me ro Facebook na men kinkan kakra ma ozi ni okuni kwame adontin all this is always simple a glorious weekend glory Man United Elijah Kwabena good afternoon Fakye watching live from Nulongro you people are doing a great job keep it up married all the way my greetings to our famous figure Honorable Jack and Mendy Wasti Soro watching the best sports show in Ghana we Chelsea we are waiting for that highlight FC the other band no anane konsukojo chrome watching live congrats to Arsenal for their sweet victory against Fulham. Greetings to Boss inside KK. I'm watching the best sports show in Ghana. I'm the way Medican Abomodia Kenka Benji. In Francis, we are watch you live from Francis. We are Kotoko 4 how to folk Emue Dekwa. Greetings to Honorable Wisdom Ozebwama, MC Achiman Wabija South. Ibrahimovic GH, good afternoon, Fakye Sport. I'm on you live from Kumasi, Ibuakwa. Ebenezer Repent. Also, good afternoon, Abu. I think Koroko players are overhyped, especially that Kamara guy. A very poor timing. If they go to Morocco with this performance, I'm afraid they will collect woto. Watch you live from Nkran Kwanta. Filippo Kwabri Kesemabu, DIABY Bravo to Morocco for making African proud. And glory, Man United. Greetings to my daughter, from Paul Mansui, Charles Felix, and my mother, and Timber of Geneso, Filippo, we are on the Twitter hashtag Fakye Sport. Nana Ayepe, second. Nidiano, good afternoon, Abu. Watch you live inside a drop-in pub. Please update me on Barcelona and greetings to Soja, CEO of Soja Groups, Kofi Pepsi, Don Raimo, and my last hero, Adua Charity, all inside drop-in pub, Fakye Sport, Papa. Starboy, I'm enjoying the show live and clear at Afumim Airport, and I'm also Isaka Noble, Dan Musa Rahis, Fakye Sport, more fire, hashtag Aiwa07, minimal the crow. Yaga, you guys are looking so good. Watch you live from Akima Safo, and Afe Asa Benzi. Need a good afternoon. I'm watching you live from Dunkonofe. More update on Chelsea, and greetings to all Amazing Dancers Academy. Trader Hini Jr., I'm watching you live inside Trader. Good show is on. Fire emoji senator so Chelsea Football Club is the best, and I'm on say Yaga Jonah Ebomodi on the emoji be and Bradu send the Ballon d'Or with Kylian Mbappe in next year. Hala Madrid forever. Yaga and slot must go. Watch you live from Akima Safo. Kofi Abjeman Blackman. Good afternoon. Watch you live inside Pig Farm in Accra. And I'm facing on Emil Smith. Glory Man United. Mary Woods. Oze Accra Bonnier na Casablanca. Hey, I'm scoring White Dad in Accra, no be for everybody. Only have to folk. And no, you're the other Ebe Ram. No, see how to folk supporters scoring White Dad in Accra. No, for everybody. Only have to folk supporters. The other Ebe Ram. No, tuzo diano. Ma nemra na yenken kind. Etimi emfa emao. Ma onze Stefana for Abu. You see Liverpool coach lack balance in his team. You don't have a destructive and compactive midfield in the team. Midfielder in the team. And the two fullbacks are not helping in terms of play. You are also everyone say Chocho. Watch you live from Kumau. Greetings to all Kumau Apostolic JHS school teachers. Abigail Arthur. Now the Accra Sports results suit me rough. Abego, the results suit you too, and Dabi. And they may not me share that anymore. Sema mechanic. They are demanding on Facebook Fakye TV Unya. Ya bomodi trade your tuna they are drinking for on your WhatsApp line is 0207543637. And now quick me bape mabe ya phone e crowd na dia ka ato aso da mamo ye ba sisia.
fofo pole no watele nyono kaye bomoye ye
Kwaba bi mere ba dwumadie kɛseɛ no so still yɛra so tim a yɛbɔ adwuma ma wadwe nkyɛn number 0207543637 Abu, I go by the name ABOU from our secretary. More update on Barcelona and also tell Abib that when it comes to sports, he's number one, special one at Dawasi and all the out by. Good afternoon, Abu. Good afternoon, Abu, and your crew. I'm 2Ks. Watch you live from Adanse. You also, please, I want you and your crew to help me to understand the reason why it's here are. They put every ball which enters the net into a basket. Greetings to CEO of MDE Electricals Engineering, Don Popo. Hashtag Fakye Sport Day Sport. And then no for Zene or Shins are boss no. The intini keep for records sake. And I be more other way. There are things there no one in a mom. Yes, I don't know. Hi Fakye, I'm Kwame Network watching live from a scene in a brief. More update on Real Madrid 5 emojis no. My name is Kintebo from a scene Homoho. Fakye Sport, you are the best. Here I say. No, they are also Odiramo. Good afternoon, Abu. Fakye Sport, no sir. United, the United, Bobo. Amorim tactics. Manchester United, remove there. Greetings to all my United fans. We are watching live from Doma and Incro ABB near the King's Palace. Quality. Friend of Franco. Franco, Mechiao, Papa, on quality. Good afternoon, Abu and his crew. Please, I want you people to give us a dodo code when you are doing your prediction. Fakye, I like watching you guys because after watching you, I get some benefit from your analysis. ACN, Alabama, Baby Ram, no. Do the number 0207543637. Special BB Abo call there.
Alhamdulillah. I had my holiday also somewhere.
Mezomo, yes, and our weekend is so yeah, pa.
It wasn't the best, but I don't. You won't quite there. I'm not feeling too good. So weekend, coupled with travels, then your man, it hasn't been an interesting one. But the most important thing is we have life. Yeah, on Kwankwadi Ayawadi. Eyanisa. So way.
Oh, Mezomo,
be for so much.
Mezome John, we Saturday now, Doma Sunday now. Obabrikum.
Yes.
I'm a call at
Brikum for so much. Now, Saturday. Me free I could do Doma. The reception was excellent. It was great.
Oh,
baby Alba Fabia and Andra Sunday and so Brekum. Another great experience with Golden City Park. Because of my situation, I'm not feeling too intense. I mean, in no smart throughout, even no crana, I say no smart. The people are able to identify you and then still come to you. A chance more Juma. Alright. Be for so much.
A Jomo so Yamin show be so
a church munina. So Eliake Mangala so the Nkrana mutuma
Mangala so Martin and
yes so ne kwakubara so mani mu de moton kraba ona e bana kusia na ma na se mo anton kranti mu kusia na ready e po mu hu na menje mo ade
Yamin sha Mangala pa ya ten and krano me me ama boni puma minyano but Yamin sha no pa
Mangala Street BIFI
Mate have you ever who's na Jordan mi mresa
of course
kebe sima dubi mamena my show ne verse so ba ne enko
wabu yanchi ahwefo me gidi se obi ahoye na yeni nkomo kakra ahwefo ne atie for the bechem say voice no wanya na the usual way na ya manage ne kakra say abani over the weekend games be brain in the ema be brain and course so but 24 say obomofo ne de ne nam ho apaso and I think that Manchester United for ya support mo aho match na say drew stage Manchester so enjoy happy moment it is fair enough say the same energy same tonation they criticize Manchester United when things were wrong if one way or the other and kakra I think that they deserve the same energy the same approach say they never bought my about so yes I'm picking we said Amorim nankasa say after match what things some Crawford but who the media for nature the omoka fan no munya abutre no montrol the old staff no pair no I think that no you just shenanigans who play around but that not said no they've had a very good 2 games runner I was say you bought Manchester United team number so since Amorim etiki charge now when the record on your screen are 37 Premier League matches a fair opinion team 2 consecutive wins or they are also my club a friend said Manchester United in the month of October international break ebe shame mu kakra nti ubeka say the last time Manchester boy afin was say about na also onye 2 win because of break na ebe shame. So Manchester United are winning the first 2 consecutive matches under the manager. The friend said Ruben Amorim or say Bonabas. Now United SC Sunderland 2-0 and Endram almost say Liverpool by 2 goals to 1. So what it means is that in those 2 games Manchester are able to score as many as 4 goals and Oma conceded just 1 in those 2 games. So clearly tells us that when it comes to more offensive wise now, Oma improve and then defensive wise and also Oma improve. Now no Saturday, but no me know what time he didn't come on. I'm a catcher was saying, "Okay, my friend said Lemans no, ne brother a friend said Tom Lemans said Ninuano. The entry over here goalkeeper and they say oh see a kaya on pesi me in a free mo." And I said says so person approve me at TLC say he is that person there. Any no opportunity ni jina po numa. He should be able to give Manchester United whatever they want. Emma coach in your second thought say Obesisana. Now I've given something to the production very well. I know that doesn't so they start in the 2 games. And the first one was against Sunderland. Now in the debut match in the Premier League, all that for Clubber. The friend said Manchester United. He kept clean sheet. Now a chalky 8.6 when it comes to performance wise. And then run another crucial game against club and friends at Liverpool on a normal day. Manchester would almost bad form. They could talk about who GDS United Anfield. No, he came out with 8.4 rating, not just 8.4. He considered 1 goal there, but he made incredible 5 saves in the game to make sure that keep Manchester United running. Now Manchester offer 3 points. What it means is that 2 games are brand Canada. Wabone homo near Ninina already beyond average. Also green in the 2 games are what an intended where Manchester United need. They all share against Sunderland. Maybe another casting opposition wasn't that strong. Yeah, but Andra incredible 5 saves and in a single game for club by friends at Manchester United are already 3 points now. But when I think that kakra or Manchester for confidence, any belief, hope will be say ebeye GDN recently Manchester any ewoni goalkeepers muno kakrana waye in the 2 matches not justify say given time not consistency yeah juma ewo na afa the team no so improve upon kakrabia he can give Manchester United for every assurance omuhia ewo goalkeeping department. Not only that I think that yenyina and they baby Amorim the Manchester United about be do after winning and draw match the flowers no see DB count near the man. To think that in the last 5 years, there is only 1 manager and actually victory. Oh, Anfield, any Etihad. That is who reference Ruben Amorim. Wow. In the last 5 years. Into upon say so one yard there was ye dinner time ye can't summon the fan. Amorim happens to be the only manager in the last 5 seasons in the Premier League. In a single season, what my pick victory at the free Anfield. Liverpool fee at the same time wapiki victory every Etihad Manchester United for and also Man City for movie. I think that Opinini deserve a bit of commendation. I say no one that's after match what started all kinds and once again because all matches are yabo in the Premier League. Now where big teams are Manchester United are bomb any points are Manchester accumulate any position we need to be a little fair to Opinion. Your friends are Amorim yes and Yeman Koyi Mfamano. It is understood, but about 8-9 matches. Not so matches now. Wabon as a former Makuma 4 Ewuma. It is fair to say, opinion kakra try to make sure he get Manchester United back on track. Now I am tempted to believe be an ampinifona who sa nima we enuntina every time. Obo match Vienna and Koyan Sancho Fone Basha. Omoba Bontia, Omso believe in him. Also believe in him. Let's see some motivation and pinifone their man edit back in now and then positive results in our Kunya Edia Free Liverpool go Pramanason Ebe Ginger Manchester team no going forward they will be able to amass points from games via small games and now say minor oppositions now ABOU to Manchester United position our log so that said our Manchester United and they will do after match say okay fun now. You have a story. I will have maybe a job. So say, oh, you need to quit. Manchester will win 5 matches.
Yeah.
Or 19 she say, baby, now Andrew Dalu say we hope we can give him that haircut. Obviously, say only could 2. Next one, away match. Try say meet him as she be also so. has a 5 moments in the rules every year. I'm fan no unity, but in all, I think it was a good game from Manchester United. I say Ebon was opening my bought Amorim in Manchester United team Nabasono. We were friends say and slot. Now agenda no and I say pressure no as shifty Eddie free Old Trafford. Along the street Anfield. From September 27th, ebe payment day I can say na October 20th.
Yeah.
I can 7 days now 1 month in Liverpool winning match. In all competition. Our results no ended that's on the Crystal Palace and 2-1. Galatasaray Eman 1-0 in Champions League. Chelsea share 2-1 and Manchester United Eman 2-1. Calculate Palace 2 goals, Gala 1 and 3, Chelsea 2 and 5 and then Android 2. 7 goals conceded in those 4 games. No, was it how many goals? Was it only 3? What it means is that defensively, Niyaman Koye Mfama no, offensively to Niyaman Koye Mfama opening a friend and slot. Mohamed Salah last 7 matches non-penalty goals opening in Yabi. Mfama club a friend say Manchester United and also Liverpool. Not only Salah goals ne Emma no senka Salah enya goals na defensively. Omo ya de anke no so obe try say obe ball mabaso. To think that if it may ebe peme ne ya ye kasa ikweku in the Premier League, there is no single club, not even Manchester United, that you say and Yaman Koye Mfama and I consider 2+. Ewo games bebree mu adru de Liverpool ayeno. 8 games out of 12 if it may ebe peme na ye kasa ne nyina Liverpool e consider 2 or more goals. Clearly tells you say offensively Niyaman Koye Mfama defensively so and Niyaman sign for Mfama club your friend say Liverpool and problem then they say about a decade ni na Manchester United entimen ko Anfield enkunya results or mako this time around akoye say adwuma no owura na nka say friend say and slot no so obeka 4 matches na kweku on win a single game and now on draw a single game in his coaching career e been see that Liverpool as a club so obeka 4 matches. Now, winning match. The last time ABC was 2014 under Brendan Rodgers. It tells us it's more than a decade. Liverpool Saudi no ebi end but this time around ebi have to reference and slot problem. Then they say assemble in AC. We could manage away any team we are defending champions. Yeah, started into the season. They've spent as much as over 400 million in transfer market, and I'm making sure say Oma add up quality at the Abeko team no. So top quality Ebeka team no. What it means is that say you started season ne yebokwa omo would you last season no. Adru baby na sanko for any team deliver more. You count on the quality you brought in. We could have how many matches? 8 and 9. And you have to see. You fun 1 by 1. Has it been a single time? Liverpool are calling on. I'm right back now far from Liverpool. The rest of Jeremy from Pong. Has it been on one occasion? Liverpool are calling on Milos Kekic.
David.
For Infinfio, I see one say Liverpool are calling on Prolongator. What me Abeli Omana?
David.
Alexander Isak. I see one so I'm calling on him Abeli Omana. The only player Obakase Wabeli Liverpool in some circumstances, any situations, I friends who go Iketiki. And I will hold some say Iketiki na on only Ebeli Liverpool from situations no. Opinion friends and slot as some way na me no kwaku bara say tell them ha e can say nipa yare kwaku nso kwaku. The question is that do you think that say Alexander Isak na airborne na onya goals manager no be benchi na wo Iketiki
David.
Aden na Iketiki ma goals Isak emfa na benchi Iketiki bo Alexander Isak. Do you need resource or do you need to create room for somebody? A ball yebo a resource oriented game any yebo. Your bomb match and at the end of the day, nobody will ask you, say, why now than a boy? They will ask you, say, resource now a buy and a call, say, anytime Iketike is being called upon, he delivers. But the manager is trying to create room to accommodate the star man and Wakwaku 120 million in assets after the number in the shape of Alexander Isak. Yembenchi Iketike na Alexander Isak. And but the last time we said it here, and then the Mama Iketike say go, match and competitive, non-competitive game. Last minute, no one run at because he wanted to prove a point. Coach and not Ranche, Obama, he came and got the important goal in that match for Liverpool. That was against Southampton, right?
Yeah.
Or say goal, you know, Queen at forget of red card now, OD and suspension. But as something they said, it was a statement. He wanted to send message to the man now, Udina Dagar. They said, it looks like said, you don't believe me. you don't trust me. I want the Amaya, but given the opportunity, anytime I am being called upon, I rescue you. Why do you keep me on the bench? Yet coach he's still keeping him on the bench. And Isaac, to think that striker of his caliber, a big game, say Manchester Airborne Liverpool, Milita Isaac Airborne Kokune Naika born Mako 19 pe. 19 times pe and Alexander Isaac. The night Eka Bono. I think that baby Gina see any day earlier open friends and slot realizes say Alexander Isaac, and it is true. What you see say and dinner body, but say fire untimen for so many fa kakranka create time afar. The alpha man no main creative space for the M-Fire and affected with him generally. But also Manchester for the Kofa DIABY say this season I will for the go Pramano so Mohamed Salah, Florent Vate, and Alexander Isak combined Anfield in Premier League. Masha one go pay. Harry Maguire needed just 90 minutes. Masha one go. Maguire and these three players combined for the Liverpool for Omankaso Mufi and Omane Maguire and they competing when it comes to goals. What it means is that and Yaman fan Mo Salah, one player. Matigi Mikaraga, they now work on say Liverpool should start thinking. So next 2 matches now, Baku in the Champions League, the other one in the Premier League, a year win. They should start benching Mohamed Salah. Say your home match there, ABOU the cup and the Anfield noise on able to imagine. But say yeah, wait. Now we have results. About now, Alaji Airborne. It is high type of benching. Asimu ya trefi haka. So Alaji born now about previous seasons, especially the ordinary last season. Yeah, the same thing from him this season. Until Liverpool need other players, alternatives, options are about warm. And the only option so far was show signs of positivity. And the Abraham Channel friends Iketike to some extent Kodigapo. I don't know why the manager keeps on benching Iketike. The earlier and slot find solution for the problem now on Namusi no the better. And yeah, Kuku defending champion. ABOU yemo season in you know. Ombesia ko machi akoda position via among person omobedru. Fixing the attacking position, Kuku, he need to also fix the defensive position. I think that Van Dijk and Konate, no, but anytime you watch them play, he keeps giving you excuses each and every time. Everybody to a friends at Liverpool. But over the weekend, it was everything Manchester United. And I think that they deserve every commendation. I would say, congratulations to club Manchester United. Chelsea for their boys, they say, Omo kobo match no nim so be the red card now. Omo chum play obedi. No find this car.
Mate,
it's becoming unbecoming.
Ma kwakuva asimra ma also on the Facebook page Pedro Maldini Cruz. Any update from Krobia, Kumasi Asante Korogo and Chelsea Football Club. Special greetings to Abi Mohammed and Luther. As Indiana Police Kumasi Town also Kesman Junction is the main location. Yorebe no Wasti Bruce. As the Alo Fakye TV Sport top dollar. And I always enjoy watching your show. Keep it up. The good work. Mbappe has scored 10 La Liga goals in 9 games. But what's surprising is that Cristiano Ronaldo, the GOAT, scored 17 La Liga goals in 9 games. Ronaldo is not normal. The other man, Abdul Ghaffar Rabiu, Nedio non serebe no be wa Kwabena Daniel Nabla. Never expect any improvement from Ishak and Franvet. This is their best. I said it when we were paying those huge sum of money. Is never going to work. On the other hand, who else rate Kekis over Robo? Our poor season of all time is 2025. Expect more defeat. We will never walk alone though. Yorebe no Mauli Af. Francis Mauli watching live from full Savannah region. All on on Facebook on obetini Edward Diano 8 aba ebe na ya bomodi akenkere amagwagu weekend na ye de. Ebi akọ kama pa.
The Batini Nano was for a good reason. To navigate a
gifted icon.
Yeah, Kujina Moa.
Then na is you share certain animosity.
Kujina Moa. Good roof and my assembly about Gabe fine. Me de P. Quabon Tim Koyama Koyajuma, but Gabe Kama, Yakupo. Anything, Gogu, Namintia, me, I'm a small boy. Acoustic the master planner. Mamenchi acoustic the master planner.
Master P.
Yes. MP no. Code debut so important modems or campaign or Mako China. But no na so monetary no. Enche besi will be in so. Yes, it be at my find. Mamenchi acoustic the master planner. Gogu. If you see it, say, who decided say obey less selfish. Now, why are willing to look at the bigger picture? The biada in Kunibiba and sweet to me the mount. And is the story Etuja and so Morocco currently as we speak. Or my U20 no.
Yeah.
My Ghana G no one about just also me boa.
No one about second African country or Magiana.
Almost Argentina 2-0 me boa.
And at 30 minutes no more you.
Yes. That is to tell you say a Juma Air Koso. And so share Fawzi Care. Our president Edema Moroccan FNA 2014 over far a year akunyan be dis no. Na you ranking Morocco 76. We are say FIFA rankings no. Near rank you almost 76. Africa akara no munsum. Currently almost 18th and the best in Africa.
Wow.
And Kwaku, that is not the only thing a Fawzi Leke eye. And no one eye support from a Ken Mohammed V. Sikata yechiri and in Yoma Eko. But people have decided to be less selfish and looking at the bigger picture. And it's the more reason why they are giving us the results are more else with me. Look at how or more else at my your machine say open in the before Jumadi. It will interest you to know say since 2014 over for Jumano. So what kind of mouth football? What kind member football? What kind club football boom? Now for Ada a year I can't 30 trophies in winning since 2014 now. Obey a president in Moroccan football. Wow. 30 trophies and waji. And no go dancing. And no your results on the field. And no go baby. If you come to a infrastructure, the kind of infrastructure or the Moroccan football are unprecedented. Just now as we speak, say country be a failure to host a tournament. The next place they fall on FIFA. And I say let me use CAF. They fall on. Morocco, because they are ever ready to host whatever tournament and this is a leader that he's decided to be less selfish. He decided to see the bigger picture and he's putting in the effort. Support no free in China sika Romania diade, but when sika ba now you don't decide to be less selfish. Now on the bigger picture now it will bring nothing. But this man he's giving consistency and the team is never out. You can see no one betting the money. Currently, as we speak, Morocco national team now got 16 games or Munuzubi. Spain from 2008 to 2009 and then 15. Morocco national team no I 16. In those times they scored 50 goals and considered only 46 goal difference. And all praise to Ref and Fawzi Leke for the job he's been doing. The kind of work the Moroccan national teams and ABOU and to so this is to tell you say when you be a obefa akunyantena so now all decided say media I did not come to enrich myself, my mark for my selfish gain, my mark to favorite people around me, but I've come to work and make sure say football is getting to a point where we believe it's supposed to be here. These are the results you get. And now you know at the end evident infrastructure on mobile performance on the field of play on mobile coaches on mobile club football on mobile. This is a person that was decided to be less selfish. Morocco for no. And if he continues like this, no challenger. Yes, if he continues like this.
I don't know pay visa.
Kwaku cry better next so. Oh, on par. So you've seen what Muchepe Yama African football. He's giving us something that is very nice. Sikawa dema team, Sikawa dema emuson. And if or no rezibano, set some sort of a standard. That's what corner you want somebody to come and follow Sibda. You look around, you scan through, and you decide to bring someone who will give you, even if not beyond the standard, he'll give you the same standard. And say, hey, near her you will be able to grow, no near dear Jumana. Fawzi Leke is the best option. And currently, as we speak, the best FA president to Africa. Nobody comes close. But beyond he's delivering. Wow. And your mouth football pay, and your men's football pay, infrastructure, management, everything is on a point for our open year Fawzi Leke. And that is the kind of a leader You need our situation. So not people who come to enrich themselves, not people who come with their selfish interest to make sure the football is dying. So big up to Panino for that wonderful job or no elsewhere team here. And they are equipping their people too. And to Ivory Coast, and I saw Moroccan journalists that they came and you say they are equipped by the FA and all that.
Or the bay, although almost there 150 crowd.
They are equipped though. That's what about back again. What baby will be was a Ghana for you. They now went on their own with no support from Obia. But because he want them to be there, among connecting, among networking, he brought them and he equipped them. And there was an accident from Yamoussoukro to Abidjan. Kohe game. Now Morocco for the doors because much behind they will go, making sure so more connected. And number gadgets. What is gadgets? Ujine laptop see what or funny microphone see what no funny or be in a tablet to see what in the DIABY. This man came to work and mema all support from the Moroccan FA. But Kuruma no crano bear a catcher or nipa. In the more reason why we are suffering in this town. The thousand care whoever is the Ghana FA president, he should look at him and learn from him.
Oh, was only Ghana FA president. Only Ghana FA president. In other words, the cat is as a Ghana FA president. He have very 30 years of cricket. When he didn't say did you on Najai, whoever is the Ghana FA president.
So he should learn from him. It's something that we have Ghana in football. This is what we love to see. If we decide to learn from the people that we are supposed to learn from, over Africa, yeah. Membeso Biabeka Samoa the fifth air support. We've seen government supporting the Diano. And yes, you didn't get it that.
Another club on Indian project BR obeying sport. So who are buying support now again Pankwa succeed. Now when them I'm sure no pa.
They'll come back on to say
project BR only the Kroma. Oh, obey never quit anyone. This will not buy any support. So I can Pankwa succeed.
Me know
what in there mommy feel no pa. Time on money la me ama papa year and uncle Bama Morocco. No la me ama first try of India.
No kura Moroccan Jesus
now. I pushing la me ama the money flow on Sunday as Barcelona chance no the man
and I say
I know Mutizi India.
They are very serious. Getting players that you call more Bontania they do. But they have a saying in Sankolan because they have visited them with Yenia they are very serious. Yes, plan no and eradicating that favoritism mini penny and looking at the bigger picture.
You see, last time I'm going to come or say Grano we invite you on academy. Say Mpayfonu Kukuchino will became crown like 40 players there, the corporate playing hands to Amanaka 17. Or Momuya so no we grade A now. No man say so you grade B. No man you C, no man you D. Until all born who pay down on here push you over anymore. And Morocco ko eni akrabi o meka so onimbo buti ato ne paari.
Of course.
Omo nya de no ko wa. Omo edu omo dey play miss our World Cup here bebu yi. Enya wan se maka to sa fon no mejo ma.
Oh dey kon do me.
Na World Cup na enya wan se Morocco be ba be shetin kese bi World Cup. Na te so omo dey esi.
O me ba.
Edu omo ne dey omo wechi.
Me share story na mu na me share the chance e pie. Edema ye na ye bra pani Sam Tuga. Baby was 33 here. And when you scout players, baby 18 to Accra, ne Omeji as one of the two guys I from when they get the opportunity to join a teams waiting near the Saturday, but this time we fail to do it. And do things they didn't know why teams in a conform. So we need to go to the level that you need to me now be an answer to me come. They have managers, they have coaches, they have players, they have facilities. Don't want to no do 2 level. I'm going to 2 level and ra. Cameraman the picture body ni lens nka ho oba krumu ay 45 million ay 450 million lens nka ho the lens be ka na be 1 billion camera if you want quality microphone ya obe wie no na be 1 billion krumu a sa sika no mo kona man for the phone and they try videos. That is how it krumu ya keep am for work and they are doing the work to support you mgogu Mimi ya Habiba ye Liverpool jumani ni na bakwaku the ambassador me ye kakra bi wo ho how Liverpool concede early goals no mu concede late goals in the last 4 games against Crystal Palace. If my memory serves me right, they conceded on the 9th minute. Against Galatasaray, I think it was on the 16th minute. Osimhen's penalty. against Chelsea, I think that it was on the 14th minute. And against Manchester United, it was on the 2nd minute or so. So in the last 4 games that Liverpool have won, in the first 20 minutes, Liverpool conceded goal. And so we are losing 10 years. In the last 4 games of Mabon, almost 3 they concede last hour goal, either from 80th to 90th, and that's a 90 plus. And that is where Liverpool are finding it very difficult to know, say, or more comprehend. If they are not able to rectify that issue, no matter get worse. Now, Obi Biara wa Tibabia, he had the notion, say, and has not won the Premier League because of what or the foundation Jurgen Klopp, you know, and has not proven it back right. Yes, we proven it back right because that time he had only one player, Chiesa. Chiesa contribution to Liverpool winning the league, you know, and even 5%. This season, on a normal day, when you improve your squad, you expect results at the end of the last season, but he's not giving us that. The special one, the income players are not failing to build them when we and to be biara would this sound when you be for Kobe this is in print, I mean, wouldn't come when it's sent for Conway again. And I think say he needs to up his game. If or up in the game now, I think say it will be something that could a bit in one. So when to me, I understand, let's say no man else what to me in chain. But that guy now your friend of Ellen Halan, no, or then Ronaldo retired him.
Or push Ronaldo.
Koku share. In the last 11 games, what you go say?
20 plus.
Club and country.
Yeah, 20 plus.
When Ronaldo by then were retired. The only thing that my boss always say, making it was what hitting the 1,000 goals. And the speed at which Abraham and Halan Ebano. Be a no twin room in gas will be draw. But South Rate no the man says, San or the Bequa. That 1,000 goals will not be near. Was Bayashi.
Oh, that's a cool phone. Or must have never the Amman can be more money. Ronaldo name Messi. So, Musi decent. Modern footballer, piano with my.
But go back where the son is out.
Oh, they Loki.
Okay, Loki.
Ronaldo name Messi, dear Koku, some of one of you know. Maybe you're on the football level, not or more discipline off on the pitch. And a more, I quite to say, or more talents, my. Who's the way you know she goes by? But I'm confident the Nako, I quite to say, or more she knew a way to stop you from the light. Oh, that's in the normal when you preview Cotanante because or more almost some bomb by. Of
course, and there's some finding here. I'm
confident the or more records.
Start to a scare you. 284 games and Onyasagun. But we are scary.
But you see, some confident you do so last start to say you.
Dabi.
They told us all money, and they are born one football. One thing yes, I don't know what you will do, but they do the 28, 29. Young people so getting a breaking about that 1,000 goals record here. You only play dear. Onu betima bam no many ye sure say Messi so no e bia onu so betima robo bi o gina center box shot na Jamaica goalkeeper yi o tie so ni ade
on say those two players they are out of mainstream football but they still find ways to come back to the conversation. Ronaldo ko share penalty no share spectacular Messi so ye den onu so akwa koche the thing now more ye in the La Liga no mo say no ho that PR na e dey home come on is the more reason why they are always in. Now, for a career good for Harry Kane, he deserves more than flowers if you have something to give him. Because Kwaku, in the Premier League and the team that he played for, Kwaku, it will interest you to know. Say the goals, say 287 goals, no Shema, Tottenham Hotspur. If you are a trophy man, and the team that he played and performance was daddy. Now I come by a minute and or to tell me BM. Performance are ordinary. Any goals now watch only back me to lose the CRM. Say Samba Kwaku. If say and you one be 9 to be free no bet na how. Or no so be goals ni bi pa. Or no so be goals ni bi pa because Kwaku. This thing that is on the screen, it doesn't make sense. A player at his age, 107 games, 104 goals. Kwaku, how you describe this? How? How?
Down the skill. A pharmacy, a garden leaf, down the skill. No, if I say Cristiano Ronaldo and you make smoke on Sally, those days Ronaldo bang for win. Ole, my Bundesliga. Bundesliga, they are crowds there. Jakarta for the good call. Bundesliga. Stefan Captain here. Although one gives hope when they play away. Kotoko will go see proper football. Katungo GH, good evening. I'm Katungo, watch you live from Akin Takrase. More update from Chelsea, Bismarck, Asabugo. Was the advice, was that my football bit necessary? I'm not going to come as a boy, it's a woman you use SB. No one. Maybe also in my opinion, Abu, Liverpool issue isn't about players, but the system. Their build-up is very slow, unlike last season. Slot should change how he does things. Else, we have the men, but nothing can come out of them. And also, his player selection is poor. Chiesa start as a sub is way better than Kodigapo. Yet he bench him as well as Ikitiki no offending kitten no. I keep doing the good work, you never walk alone. And remember, I'm waiting for I'm waiting for you all. Excuse on our protocol lawsuit. The German league is not a league. Do you remember Junior Eba be ram? No matter if you are called there. Weekend there,
this season with Syria, a lot of moments in Kosovo. After 7 games with Syria, we are having AC Milan having close to about 16 points. The same way applies to Inter Milan with about 15 points, Napoli 15 points, AS Roma 15 points, Bologna 13, and Como 12 points. Now, this tells you, say, at this particular material moment in time, we are actually having a competitive start-off of the Italian Serie A this particular season as compared to last season. Now, so we share Italian Serie A last season in the 2024-2025 season, you could easily attest the fact after 7 games, now Juventus trained the side of Inter Milan more by 2 points. We share Inter Milan and now also train AS Roma at that material moment in time with about 5 points, and nobody this will. But these 7 games of Italian Serie A games has actually taught us if you are about to have a good conducive run for these kind of clubs or more torso in the most competitive games then we are having most of these coaches this season, they need to tie their particular leases and make sure that they can easily excel very well. So we'll share Maxi Allegri with AC Milan. The last time I OJ the Italian Serie A trophy at AC Milan was far back in 2011. At that time, now AC Milan close to about 2 seasons. No multi the Italian Serie A and when Maxi Allegri came to the football club after the departure of Carlo Ancelotti, I was successful with the football club, winning the Italian Serie A, winning the Champions League for quite a number of seasons. He came in and then broke that particular curse for the side of AC Milan, Abra Obabefa, that particular football club in 2011. Now he has actually come back again. Now he want to make sure at Juventus, he made a good statement with Juventus, making sure he will compel them in the win Italian Serie A. No was also in the UEFA Champions League final. Then coming to AC Milan, this is a particular football club. Last 3 seasons ago, they were able to win the Italian Serie A, and then he is open. Say Obitimi add the Italian Serie A this particular season. Then you talk about Inter Milan. Inter for team as a coach. The difference between Simeone Inzaghi and Christian Kivono is actually quite different. Although Simeone Inzaghi had that kind of mentality trait. Inter Milan team last season na omo champion for the Italian Serie A. Last 2 seasons na omo campaign for the Italian Serie A, and even 2023 season na omo come into the finals with the Manchester City. We saw it with Simeone Inzaghi. Last season they went into the finals against the side of PSG Football Club. We saw in against the side of Simeone Inzaghi. That tells you there is a close difference between Christian Kivu team also shared this particular season for Inter Milan and a different tactical team for Simeone Inzaghi at the time of Okuchi at the side of Inter Milan. it is quite clear. So Christian Kivu wants to also become one particular player, ultimately making record, part of the 2010 historical, teamer. Under Jose Mourinho, not only the Champions League, edgy the Scudetto, edgy the Coppa Italia, Edema Inter Milan. Christian Kivu also wants to do that kind of history as a player coach to have won all other titles for the side of Inter Milan, beating up most of these competitors in the Italian Serie A title this particular season. Then Napoli, you are talking about Professor Antonio Conte. He did it with Inter. He did it with Juventus Football Club. He has now done it with Napoli last season, making sure some of it may win the Italian Serie A, the Scudetto that they needed to champion on that particular course. And he also making a glimpse of that particular project. So we'll check it the point that the Napoli Football Club and the side of AC Milan is just a point pair. And even at the same point of Inter Milan and even the same of AS Roma. So make AS Roma also that fourth on that particular league sport war. Then I'm actually transferring it to Papa and also a coachy at the other side of AC Milan, Gasperini. Gasperini has been one hell of experienced coach. He has actually coached many clubs, especially with Atlanta, making sure that last 2 seasons, all the Europa against the side of ABOU for Leverkusen into that particular major finals. Last season, it took Papa Efense the Tinkerman Claudio Ranieri to rescue AS Roma from going into the side of relegation zone. Abra all ultimately coming from the retirement mode and making sure that AS Roma will actually become a stable football club or don't be competing in most of the games last season. And after last season, now league we saw the AS Roma fans and supporters say Omoda Claudio Ranieri say this particular season he has taken a new role with the AS Roma Football Club, making sure so nobody must spearhead the new tactical project. AS Roma can easily attend to that particular fact. And Obenya Obidise Gasperini, also a well-experienced coach, he will make sure say also a tactical coach just to have that particular close comparison with these particular 2 football coaches are almost spearheading the agenda for AS Roma this particular season. That makes me think. So this season we are going to have a competitive Italian Serie A games. We are going to have a competitive coaches. I hear a lot of things. This particular. Then I talk about my parents say Fabregas. Last season after 7 games, now Fabregas Como. Any baby and no money no. But this season with the side of Como, he has been able to have close to about 12 points. So we'll check it. The number of points are at that Como. And the first, club in Tema, it's just about 4 points. It tells you, say, when he is able to win about 4 matches consistently for himself, he can easily also come to the top of that particular table. Making sure, say, last weekend, ABOU Juventus Football Club, I go to door by 2-0. At the time, Arsene Wenger and then Thierry Henry was in the stands watching the side of Fabregas. It tells you, say, he had a good moment with Como, and then he will want as much as possible to make sure so winning a lot of games at the side of Como Football Club. Then you come into the Spanish La Liga. We've seen Xabi Alonso making sure, say, generate all the football, generate a lot of tactics, a lot of game management surrounding the side of Kylian Mbappe, and I think it is a good start for Real Madrid Football Club and even for the side of Xabi Alonso. Gone are the days, so we have one particular football club. We coach. That's about Real Madrid Football Club. One thing that the management will tell you, say, making sure say use these kind of football players are more at hand. You will use them to win the La Liga. You use them to win the Champions League and make sure say you will excel, especially with the Clasico against FC Barcelona. But Xabi Alonso, he had a statement to actually make for the side of these particular players. He made them understand, say, if I want to build my football club, if I want to build Real Madrid Football Club from the last generation under the side of Carlo Ancelotti, then I need to have one particular player who will become the face of Real Madrid Football Club. That made me think. So Kylian Mbappe, all used to know as the hallmark, as the main man, leading attacking threat of Real Madrid Football Club. I think he has been successful enough with that. This season only, 2 games in the Champions League, he has been able to score 5 goals. In the Spanish La Liga, he has scored 9 goals, making sure it's a 14 goals contribution in all other matches. And I watch Real Madrid Football Club this season. So we'll check Xabi Alonso. the tactical prowess and quite of us again in Yama. He's not suiting the side of Real Madrid Football Club with the side of Vinicius Junior or Rodrigo de Guez and also Brahim Diaz in the left wing, but then he is making sure Kylian Mbappe as a certain attacker, as a certain force number 9, as an auxiliary striker or bono in attacking term of Real Madrid Football Club. He will have that kind of experimental mode to use him in most of the games which are coming up, to make sure that Onubit must stand tall for Real Madrid Football Club. In the last 8 games about Real Madrid in the La Liga, he has been able to have 7 man of the awards at the Real Madrid Football Club. What does it tell you? It tells you say he is up for the Madrid team and then he is up as the poster boy for the Real Madrid Football Club. So it means matching up this particular performance. Madrid and benefit only on the field, but Madrid will benefit from Kylian Mbappe in terms of commercial value sales for the Real Madrid Football Club. I'm told, sir, we check the image writer, Kylian Mbappe, in Real Madrid Football Club. I know very well saying the image writer with the Real Madrid Football Club is not the same as Kwame Benyano with the Vinicius Junior with Real Madrid, as Kwame Benyano with the side of Brahim Diaz and other players of Real Madrid Football Club. But in terms of commercial value, the kind of Jesus Kylian Mbappe at the Real Madrid Football Club now have a major influence in their revenue more than any other player in the Real Madrid Football Club currently as we speak. And I think, sir, with this particular performance, Madrid and benefit only on the field of play, but then they will also benefit on the commercial value aspect of Kylian Mbappe.
Mate, every now in Como, Genuine Dental Clinic, etc. Very Chon on Facebook. I can see from Pon, I'm watching live from Dubai. Mutina, please greet my family for me. From Paul Mate, Southway Kings, Gory Man United. And on Yameba Junior, I can even score goals if I play for buying. So that's Amazon, Baggy, and Cassim, Winnie. When I see scoring, good afternoon. I'm watching live from Kawasaki, St. Paul. SHS, hat off to Manchester United for the victory over Liverpool. You're not so a team Ereba Babevra Mu Enono, Ned, you're not so Ereba Benji in fancy say, wa, was a contact for how to forgive me there. Greetings, your honorable wisdom, or say Boama MC Achiman Wabija South, and on the Ram. ABOU, good afternoon. Watch you live from Kezina Printing Press, Kumasi Airport Runabout. But please, why didn't Luther perform yesterday at the Gifted Icon final? Luther say, for his secret, Mama me perform. I'm very happy for Man United for the defeat at the give Liverpool. I'm City fan. This has helped to keep our position on the league table safe. Kinjari, near the all day, hello, good evening. I'm Sir William inside Sevilla San Reneso. More update on Chelsea Football Club and keep the fire burning. My first time watching the show. Ken is doing it all. Alex from Himachrome. On the fee, Eddie Ramo, you guys are so fantastic. And a slot must go. Diaga Kima Safo, and on the Ramo. And I was also DIABY, wish my boy, Rich Lion, happy birthday for me. From Ogidi, yeah, I know the fire, make kind is a meet me show picture. Yeah, Fakye the ecstasy show, no so no one yet. And for my good afternoon, Fakye Paul. Sometimes I don't understand you guys. How can this Koroko team be to work? Instead of you telling them the truth, you are there hyping them. Now see what they cause. By the way, my team Barcelona won and Madrid 2. They can't win without penalty or no red card. This is Aruna from a Samankes in the Eastern region. And on the buy. And good afternoon, Fakye. Sir Kingsford from Jaboson Quanta. Bekum Chelsea goalkeeper and Santi Koroko goalkeeper Kamara did the same mistake yesterday. What's wrong with our goalkeepers? Question also there, but on me ba mo messages no wa making care the amamo. Na koto control di na nre ba e no hu ne ze den e de ba 0207543637. O we get e bia boko de. Bia boko mi ya. Gi so ho ye. Menzo me ho ye pa. Menzo me ho ye pa. Na na kro bia bo no we bi nra. O manya time. Manya time. So o ti zo ma be share Ghana de. Yes. Edion. Football de in fact mu sem dos. Edin pa, Edin. That dog who's near Busianfo be away. Oh, Mr. Frimpon, CEO of Judgment Dental. No, your pa. Amate. Convozu Guzu a bomb abaso. Say, Toda, mo show my pum dinner, cane and sana. Ikasem na bumno. And the Monkwana we be. Oh, yes. Nami shamo pa. Yenim come Zima do not need your word in my. All right. Gedi can ye chia Ghana for you and area. Your Judgment Dental Clinic and I, Yenemo Ekasa Simaka Krebi. Inti
ye kan say yen called mandate ne say Ghana ni bia wo oman mu no ese no ye fa no mako ye be ye ese no ho adwuma na afeso so no say problem kra nyamaya bomodia ne to fa judgment dental clinic na ye examine wo sometimes they be a say ese problem no ho it takes time e bi ho no ma ansa na wo be start say u feel sharp pain and teeth sensitivity bi eno no e be take time kakra na so no say ye hu ni ntam ye so ano a na etumi aboa because early detection no aya na eboa because ya na eno no eka bia insheda eni ho sa but otena ho ama problem no koye kesia na fi na akofa e how dia bro iti hwehwe ye kira kwan ye branches no doso e wo Ghana ha bebre iti fa numbers no na frey ye me sorry ya na fifi fa ye wo dentist bibia fa esi ho bia na no na wo ba judgment dental clinic ye examination and consultation service or bibia ye encourage your man for say bra na ye examine ye hu oral status na etumi aboa afi ye scaling and polishing ye scaling and polishing are two dental procedures and ya kan bom it first ye di kan scale yi plaques ne tata na akohihye usenentemo no obu o ma okasa obviously no hu say yellow bi ni green bi ehihye ne sense eno no toothbrush entumi enyi yimfri ho na de bia ye ka say debris na eka yese no so say ye nuane na ankoye sugar carbohydrate nso no one convert into glucose so sugar enti ye dina eka yese so as sticky film no wo say na ada a compounding o sene so enti say e ba na sana wo say start with plaques enti plaques no na say eno de ehihye osenentem ho kakra bi but with time wo say na develop into tata no na say ne de aye calculus aye obvious obi hu na onim a deposit of bacteria a more energy ho obi wo krapa ne de no en develop into tata but e won senentem ho no obi na no na okasa bia na scent e wo mu afeso so no start to be cause gingivitis o say ka gingivitis na eno ne early sign of periodontitis no ene say ubo say o brush o say blood moja na ifi o sia say eba wan wi abeka say bia bristol so na ano odin but infection e more enti ehu behia say sanya mani nyina because it mama o se no watumi anya cancer kra e wo enti hwehwe judgment dental clinic na ene into anamon na am say last week ni sua ade kakra efa overjet ho na ye cheche omanfo ma nipa hu say sometimes niema bebre ho a ekoso especially ye MON-FRI say ebra ye do tooth formation stage no esena start say enyini na jaw no so apantan no emu eye den na enu ama ese no etumi ahyehye se de esese etumi align na etumi aye na dwuma yie no ogu ho no mabon say because of long time pacifier use and I say ye ka pacifier ade a edi hye omofra num na ama wajai sun to say I say nipple I say no for no bi sa no said the abofra no onsu I don't say a hard object nti e ba na sa na hye abofra no num no eboa ma otumi jai sun no de nonum kakra but e che bebre wa abofra no num na e pushi ne se no na e shape no said the dua se wo pese e shape a wo pa shade ni etumi de dua na homa bi ekekere na ye de bo asosom said the be ya e betumi it is a enyini wi a wontumi nya ne hwe na face so no obi suso ha ne de ne skeletal disorder go no ma ne jaw no say e upper any lower and nti ubon say ebra form and I say enyini no na ubon say bia down no and I say lower one no aye underdeveloped na upper jaw no mom akwakoye overdeveloped na eno na ye tenten abai achen e form de nti ubon say with time no be hu abofra no na ne se no na astarte na e pushi ba empanifo bebre e was a problem na e ho e na starte ya e di efri ba e nti e basa no a na ama chewing and I say biting and the pronunciation of certain words no na eno so e ho ayeden but any open biting so essay because open bite ne de eno no enti say overjet na ese no protrude over the lower one which say acquire to say horizontal symbol glass no na ese no ehwehwe wiem nti okana no tuma na ese no ntumi enkohyem na etete ho na open bite ne de eno de obetumi akana no atomo all right but obo say ne se no okasi so a premolars ni molars no udodom sen no enti eno no kasi so but front teeth na ye incisors no
intimate cancer
na ne tang no ne katrema no na etitem enti se ne katrema no etitem sa no a na okasa na aye fan na afei so no e ma chiwin edidie eye den because de bia ye church your man for say o didi a de eye mre no te say chocolate sausage ni those things no o the inside say front teeth no e na eka because no eye mre but de eye den no na o de akọ o premolars na o dodom sen no na no etimi a breaking it down na etimi aye kama but e basa no a edidie no so no e wo say aduane no etimi e break it down na digestion so e fa ne ntoma pafra o body na whole system o eniti say baby to siniwa na e the problem for so e de aba ehun behia say obekwa ko hu dentist enti gentleman dental clinic ye ho say bra na yenye osene ho adwuma emfama ye make sure say ye be align eseno na eseno afanento mapa e de fra na e ba sa so a on say obi ewo open biter on say ema ono ankasa ne confidence no e form ontumi ensiri woni pem ontumi expressing who feeling so especially a more friend crowd your boy school go say teacher ni bisa na sama because so all problem in the time you to me expressing whole classroom because open bite na wenya no obu okra ne de ne genetic factor bia make us say ne maame anane papa busuan mu den a obu okra so obu say ne front teeth no genetically no bia ne papa anane maame omu incisors na front teeth no esoso dada eti wo ye den abofra no so benyini no either so no so front it no ebetumi ababeye ten na ama eba sa no say na aye prone to ebia chipped say ye ka say chipped a chip tooth no ese a ebia baabi ebu afri ho to bo no ma okasa o hwe ne front it na say eso ebu but obi a wo overjet ne de o dane ne ho kra na ni se ne kopim bibia na ama ese no na akobu enenti ehun behia say obeba na yaye ho adwuma e de ama wo your specialist your orthodontist I bet me ashe braces no e de atoso e de ama na enkakra no na ye ho adwuma we time no woni baba ho so no a checkra 6 months na either say a correct depending on senior or job no isitie obi also need you bet me try 6 months but whatever it is no I can assure you say over gentleman dental clinic eno ho adwuma e na ye be ye braces no ho adwuma e de ama kama ne bo so enye den ebi ameka say obi ti o si braces here no ye kan say o de kakra ekura no fabra na yenso ye besomu e de ama na ya start dwumadi ne kakra woni baba ho so no na o se no afa ne ntoma pa efra obi ono ma make say on a bucket wa abofra na start say onum ne nsa ehun obofra so o start say practice we ya bomodia ne try say at least ubetumi a stop no en kakra because you say mo frani bi ono ma ya na edin de but as a parent no say abofra ni benyini na ebekwa kofa sa problem no edi amana ne de ehun behia say ubetumi a try say ube manage sade ne sade be ya abofra because the more na onum ne nsa no onum otumi nya condition fe no orofacial malfunctional disorder eba ne sa na che say akwai say nanim no nerves no ewo nanim no na akoye nsunsuaso bebre nipa bebre ho obo okasa efa nanum obi ohome a dodo na home fa omanum jama the sound no cry to me esesa or facial malfunctional disorder no all because of say tongue thrusting e pushi esenachi no enkakra nti obo se afi say nipa no time bia no ohome ana nanum nko ana o se ohome efa e di insunsuaso bebre e na e de bre try was 055 913 95 82 ana 0549 906 588 there were Kumase Bantama Abreport Junction total filling station ho na gentleman dental clinic branch no wo Kumase but oko Accra your branches too you are relocated from Nungwa C5 for no diaba Nungwa Secondary School yene Baptist Church no ana Crow constituency NDC party office no and a direct opposite afi so oko Dome Kwabenya Tommy down ho de da so e wo ho Techiman gentleman the market magazine road no so yani AY Ahmed and a direct opposite oko takrade the Banchase Tadisco down ho and a ye adwuma ko for dua so yani Central Police Station no and a ho pay oko aflawo yani Ecobank and a the same building no na afi so no oko Tamale o Tishigu yani Central Post Office no and a bon say unhu direction na Fred numbers na a display was screen so no na yentwetwe nkomo oba ye be correct o se no e dia ma na confidence to me about it.
Mate, Medal City, I know you're coming with Codino Gentleman Dental Clinic. Maybe say he's in the door, so the paying me by main kind of cransana. I yet care one about good. Now, this John Rolex, like so many Mbappe, is the best in the world now. I really like your show. Yeah, that's it. Please, I'm called the boy from Enchi. Please, is that the boy, you know? Hi, I'm the boy, Hala Madrid Fakye Sports, the best. And on the room, I'm Freeman. Greetings to all Chelsea fans. And I was also good afternoon, Mr. Hoes. I really like the show. Keep it up. The good work you are doing. Chelsea is winning the league. And no, Amiao. Need the fee. Saliga, the Babira, Muharono. Hello, Fakye TV Sports is your boy. Sika Vibes from our home, so high tension. You are doing a great job. Keep it up. Real Madrid is the greatest football club. Last Saturday, the GOAT did his thing again. 949 career goals for GOAT Ronaldo. And Messi also scored hat-trick yesterday, Sunday. 889 goals for him too. Incredible. They are the two GOAT of football. And no, the other bar. Good afternoon, Fakye. God bless you all for the hard work. Keep it up. From Kujo Kidi, 99 girls. Need you the film or that. So the bar. Gideon from Ebuakwa. Hashtag slot must go. Good evening, Abu. I'm wishing Kutua speedy recovery. Greetings to Offenso North, NASPA President, Kumbian, Bagosma. I'm Kumbian David from Tumu in the Upper West region. Abu, you are doing a great job. Keep it up. From Seke, DIABY, but with the Mamma Company. Good afternoon, Abu. Slot is a disgrace to we as fans. How can you let our enemies smile this weekend? See the way they are bragging. It pisses me off. Wow. How could you and a Slot keep up the good work Fakye Sport? Farabrisco, Rekuma Mangwasen or the byways. Good afternoon. My name is Roxanne. Fakye all the way. And on the ram. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm Kwame City Boy. And I'm on July from Wasa, Jabo, in a MON-FRI Central. My men are on me bape, meze is in the door so pa, but Ibiri club ya commencé à santé kotoko hon komo na ya unsere nra si ko ye no na afia league matches no so result you run the area won ya bape ya ka to aso abam ya ba sisi a match na etu dwa na just yaba na yaba bedi nkomaransa na menkinka we kakra. We also hello cheers to one of you sports panelists. He made my day. He's been bold, brand, and hit the nail right on the head. Every president should be selfless and learn good practice from his Moroccan FA counterpart to improve our football. It's a fantastic contribution. You guys should continue with your good work for Mother Ghana. Your day, Eramu, and on our way. Good evening, Fakye Sport. Listening to live from Bamianko. Man United is bouncing back. I'm Claimer. Mr. DIABY. Mr. DIABY, this is a popular request from WAC of Oak supporters to Kumasi Asante Koroko fans. If you're Boni from Dr. ABOU, WAC was even playing CAF Champions League and they gave us 6-1. But we managed to score them 1 in Ghana. But still, Koroko fans said we didn't do well. Kamara pa amateur mistakes in Kwan. 90 minutes in Stade Mohammed Stadium in Casablanca. A very long do. That's one on Koa. Nedio non so Edeba Baby Ram no. Wezo George Abu Jr. Bukro Meste Kuma say Koroko should count themselves out of the Confederation Cup. Why that will kill and swallow them in Morocco. The other bear no. Was it Abu you loud and clear? Kwabna Messi the foreigner Kimodan College of Sport presenter community FM Akimoda is in region and on also the Ebai Abu. I'm happy that Man United is now humiliating Chelsea and Liverpool. Arsenal were lucky to get one. United will rise again. The other bear on Chelsea will win the Premier League this season. From Mama Senegal inside the BNE attack room. And on the Fiber. Good evening, Abu. Please, I'm Parker. And I'm watching live from Mimepo. Please give me an update on Barcelona, Dodona, Onsa, Etinyaka. Ose Man United, Abu, good afternoon. I'm Emmanuel from Tepa. Now I'm saying Emmanuel Diana, you win your dia. Mesaba, right now. Junior, we're crossing about now. My baba to us. Mariana, Mimi Comakra, Eufie. Now, Fissem, Moyesha, Sierra, the Ghana Premier League, you know. Now, you know, come result, a weekend, your bomb on the record, every Friday, video come Saturday, and also on come Ramunra. Recruit Chelsea and Shebiama to Fukeko, Bomo, you know. The Chim United, Shimino Vision FC, and Timianti, all United and Shebiama, Diana, Ebo Muna, Sweden All Blacks, Ebo Munuma Baseke, All Stars, and Timianti. They are standing matches, no, a big Gusua, El Coso. Since I can say, na mi fi ono bibiani Gold Stars, Achipando. Heart of Lions abom eka miensa amomo atimu bako ena 11 wonders ne Karela eno so akwedi apemu bi a entimi amposo ne okwate na ntu join ya na eze Gold Stars for no ene Panda Heart of Lions so game no na ni no o enjoy bo mane ma deda di go we efe pa o abi ogina bobo ne short muzampa go na efe pa na kujo bi junior so ni go no ena ni ewramu ntina ende omo ball ene tima ye from Panda Heart of Lions e kamiensa mo timu bako e wo dance park and 11 wonders so ne Karela draw ne ade abi 11 o marry o
na okay 11 wonders asem
na bi o di ama me yes as all now for ne omo
me now for
Legon City is Maria Bazoni ya be 11 o kwe Legon City ba se said no kra mo
e tipo na ma down for that say why
na say wa down for
yes pro na me nkofo pro no mo ye no unqualified by a tipo in Kofa Abetoko. Spinburger, and whole crabby of a Spinburger. So they all media and a quick man.
We are why ye, Nachana, the Legon City's way to 911 is the end of Machina there. Say I'm mobile board. Now, Krabia Kumasia Santi Kotoko, Ezo, Etra Fudra, ma wag be show me kabakwa, or more anti game near light, no, or enjoy. But I mean, Coach Abdul Karim Zito after the game, no. Or say any over yet. So OGD the ball born no no meet me. Yet Coach Abdul Karim Zito and Koma or Bomo DD.
Seriously, so we compare game here, boy, even against Kwara. I wasn't satisfied with my boys because certain in this decisions we are taking why. So, but it's part of the game. And yet we are the we are. Along the line, that doesn't mean say it's a first step. When we're going to Kwara, I don't want to compare, but when you look at the situation, nobody gave us a job chance, and we were able to do something. So I think today maybe we had the opportunity and then they won, but it's not over until it's over. Seriously, So we compare game here, boy.
The Amoria commodity to ya, near the company, Yanya, the SSC. So, I couldn't all the mom afternoon and Kofueka. Then, more have a tamu kickan and never form. Dina on your feet is and called the never Baba game. Nadia Tina store or then a Baba German also see, and Obama the Yano.
You see, it's not easy to change Messi. It's not easy to change Ronaldo. You'll be thinking, before you realize, I just say, until I meet another striker. Team me in our strikers means Makwapra. So is now adopting to our way of play because language in Ukraine. So now, my first chance, what you noticed was right. He wasn't fit like the normal ones, you know. But I hope by the time I call now fit because of Fiari Muneba or Nukrapo, it's a fact.
The Amoria commodity to ya. Now, after a moment, conforcing a selection, no, ya no mon sharing yan near Mabi. Now, on a selection, also see no bomber the to ya.
We did it according to Sana exams in a nobody my Yamaman or no. But along the line, I have to bring in nobody told me you. Most a good time I say already. Okay. And sometimes it is not we the coaches. The approach and I say now Kikano what I say. So I think whilst we were playing the league, we were also trying to combine the team for Africa. You see? So that is your ball league meaning I always say Pakupen Oba reserve. You call Nishi Wambakura. And those who play Nishi and
the Amoria command a Wabomodi etimi ere atujat coach at the crime zito no. Na omo recovery no bomodi e call so a repu ni man said no musi dawa. Na omo dwaidwa ne chezampa. Omo boabo Matizia Zinyambo Wednesday and on befi krudioma. Na omo akwa kura Morocco assist your monanema. That it is your one who's a work for also the flyer we are babontia. Or here omo fair no so I give me to your Friday. Friday no Mohammed Free Sport Complex 8 p.m. Morocco mo time in Ghana no ebe 7 p.m. And to your mo charges na your 60 dirham Morocco musika no the bag name say 70 cedis akakra so your 150 or 250 4,000 or 2,000 and this pepe edisi etia and only the omode ewramo mache bibia o meton mo ticket ntu be kobia na wahwe no aboa na nema adaye peri ama na every weekend is no yenya puskas go bi wa na no edimpa awu dramani ejina the center circle pija aboard to goalkeeper Felix Chiechia and the go win kofo kan ho asem pa e go na ano edimpa o say Man United. Good afternoon. I'm Emmanuel from Tepa. Congratulations to Man United, the best club in the world. I hope victory will continue, and I hope we should give Ruben Amorim time, and he will deliver. Thank you. Good afternoon, Abu. See this, almost 92% underrated Man United, but we will make it in the top 4. Consider this, we have played most of the big teams in the league, and now we are gradually picking up our form. So they should watch out for Man United in the top 4. You signed the room, no. And I was Ozialo Fakye. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm Latif inside for you, the Eastern region. You're doing a great job. Yeah, that's a Latif there. Hello, good afternoon, Fakye. Sport. Yesterday, red card given to Itefe player of Vinicius, well deserved Obisa. Greetings to my lovely girlfriend. There ain't no Fusua Danso. Nanaya from Wa Nedio de Eba Babi Ramono Abu. Good afternoon. Kotoko did well because we were man down, but they were fighting to equalize. Better like next time for Nana Tupac. For Wamahini so no the Babira special. Yemramu kakre na Yankee Cambo na menyana ma frɛ for nimra.
Babu. Die be se nya si. Se be wie. Ajenya menko a. Kotoko alusu e fie to work. Minim se menko na me observe in the sadia, but since I see to ever fa kotoko adwuma na ndura na ma hu se to aye post match na ne to no form pa. Ndura na ma hu se to abo match wi a the tonation e wo form. You clearly could understand that defeat no awura no akono. I don't want to attribute it to the fact that na kotoko ye 10 men and no ka ho and am o man timi win. They consider they go before the red card, right?
Yeah.
Yes. maybe now come 11 and compete at Kana win. Maybe or more 11 so can competition will be account football. You look at it from both angles. Sometimes team consider red card, they become more defensive and they become more resolute or mature. It makes it very difficult for the opponent to penetrate. So whichever angle you look at it from, you are right in your own way. But for me, I think that red card or no red card, as we makawa Messiah Kabim. Sometimes okay, I am a man for fun to say you don't love a league, you know, and I say compare the progress of your league, you know. I think that say you penkofua, I'm a person Ghana league a year you cannot count two without myself. Look any way how you want to look at it from. I am a product of the league and I want the league to succeed. But the truth is that the league in India ripe in drew. Until the BIA say in the last 20 years, Ghana ye local win. Dreams FC are there no yeah, and in terms of local teams, no, that is the biggest achievement any local club the last 20 years. Dreams are there no and associate their local club BIA Kroma. Say Ubibe team Yasaya marry the same at the in the next 20 years. I've stated this say 100 years. It be drew before say Ghana club binya any continental trophy. The last time Barra can be but it is coming. But after a match on social media, I've seen most people writing 100 years, 150. I'm saying, I feel I'm more realizing. We could let nobody deceive you. It is football. But let nobody deceive you. Say the work we watched yesterday or across sports is the work we watch on Friday. And they're not correct. South African teams, no, they have two colors.
My identity.
I say Abwana would be bad if we say friend chameleon. Almost at any given time. Your mother no room color no the bench and ram. Na me have my Friday black and white. You better Friday color casa. Yes, share black and white on a tikopo and bra. Na me have my Friday on my colored. I will LED flat screen TV can see it said the boy. And look no me Friday. Sahano mutie. When they come away, they want to find a way to make sure say among my own football, results are ever wow. You need to get results are favorable. House of one share of one who crew by our class was I was at the stadium. My very own Isaac Mensah scored the only goal in that game. I was proud. Somebody Yami so Mupija and at that biggest stage all she go. And I was very proud. But after the game, I told people who were celebrating, jubilating, said, has been called waka kwaku you or free with one I'm catching say more than ya show kuba and one ye return encounter. Return encounter it was disastrous. Now the equation on the internet the boys from the WhatsApp group will be actually be said if 1 equals to 6 -1 equals to x find x. Say house SA1 ukruba and okwaji 6 Morocco. Kotokotia a consider 1 equals to x. It define the value of x Casablanca on Friday.
All the house for us have a chance.
And I make can say mathematics.
I'm official. I want to post fine.
They no mui.
I want to post.
Come on, fans. I don't know
official. We know grammar. I me am about Sadikada. I work in the mom.
Very no idea say. Oh, no, sorry, mathematics. Now, so the algebraic expression, board master, why 12. So I'm share 1. And I'm going to 6. We may minus. Into our minus, look at the 12. Look at this. Send 1.
Okay, Cabo, you say, years or maybe 6.
When you 6, there be 6. No, be 1. Echo Kunya 6. Echo G6. Now, who consider 1? Now, what the other Borosa? You say 1 crowd G6. Now, wow, deka. But football does not follow that common mathematics. It is possible to commit me wako wini. Me makasa the synonym to impossibility is stupidness. I don't want to be stupid. Kotokomet me wako wini Martin, which is in the unluckiest event. Is see an answer kotokwa there because probability so meet me a very minute. It's sharp. But the game I share,
ask for it.
Ask for the if I cry is equals to 1. Normally flight around you go to x, find x. Okay, x then be about meet when about 12. But in see work in Timisha 12. 6 the cry. I'm tempted to believe say because Zito a defensive coach. We mono so adeba ko hard we say okona ko defend so a Saturday well we Friday well. Who defend ya udi agro beti afa so.
Me be every shishwe dey be every shishwe. Oh no abola ko to ko first half. Utie ko mana kan Zito edi na clearly. Owuze we no cry best game as compared to
Kwara.
So omo kono omo ne omo kwa akwere
omo ko biem so omo no kwa akobo so a
no so na dey ko so abe show ku ba if you also ko biem ko so ka ko se no now be qualify
omo ye chame lion kala no omo de bre ku ma ndra na me adma Friday yen kasa kala ye we see different kala omo team we no the strength in share that ni suru be bre to say the team that beat has book 6 no but the truth is that omo quality more than what Kotoko have. We will say over the weekend that man for say one player in the what team Nisika Wajebo so Stemani Aziski Ajib saying $40,000 every month. What about you crew man dollar no more $10 mo say 10 point something to the for 10 per that is 4 billion in SS. Nisika Oji every month do. You be rest season na Kotoko design the budget 15 billion and all the two players boy in the 3 months salary. The quality is there. Not number about edge more than that. The quality they could talk and was so essence the air will prove. I remember yen nada yen team no more. Now go for service when you for now Ubia terms can say investment can say we now got 4 years now they are quite in film and see once in the blue moon never could be about become but I think that 1-0 ewofi obi lusu match ayana no all the season ipanaya there well lusu yenji too say Kotoko standard ninlo they can only be able to compete with them if Kotoko maintain team now one for maybe 2-3 years consistent performances now anytime you go Africa like any experience now NCDR now we come back to the same as something America 100 years I see that you blew up because you have been say Maras be say rare football kuma until we take a bold decision. This is what we want to do. This is how we want to go. Let's leave them. Omushia na do bi omeshebiano. Yenjin tumsa yenke yakoma ntuye yem dey fantrechiri. Yaba wo she Kotoko good luck do all Friday. Whatever the outcome is, omun gain experience. Omo make am next season so omo da so anu munya another qualification. Omo do wa ABOU they will be able to go past the second stage when it comes to the qualifying way. Aside that, there's nothing I can say. For Mohamed Kamara, the least said about him, the better. Referee minimum the umuye. And Tikra Udi Gama you look at. And the same thing happened. No, I'm not talking about goalkeeper. I'm saying that referee now only Gayi you look at. And the same incident happened in Obrikum. Straight for the red card. Minimum the entire referee you look at for the players need to protest before say Erica and then we will see another 10. We keep on saying that outside Ghana teams they educate their players a lot when it comes to and Yaman Kitikiti game. I can say this. Say Adena Kamara referee man you look at had it happened the other way around. Yeah, they careful like Kenya Kotoko one player who protest somebody red card. But you see that you saw all the workplace, everybody runs to the referee. I don't know how you look at it straight because they are well abreast with the laws of the game. They know everything. So the referee only decision what's here. They know that they are here in Egypt. So the referee needed to make correction. Normal red card. What's a red card? And then you went and pushed the referee.
That's very, very bad.
I'm very sure it's a video with the match commissioner including our report now. Will sanction him more than the Ujayan. I don't know why. Baby, I want to go through any club now or that. There are things you don't do. I understand that football sometimes emotion. You want to do your best to help your club. Anyway, the red card. Let justice be. Leave. Not the other never was. But you don't do it here. In the long run, any negative implications. Eddie Abre Wankasa in the game. Think that 4 years after Makotoko. You should come back after some people second leg. You don't qualify fine. I want to qualify. They come back to the drawing board, get themselves prepared. Now you understand and agree with me. Remember Ghana club, especially Kotoko House. Adam better some say I didn't even know how never be Ntokwa. Remember one country so more 4 million, 5 million supporters. Sasa Momonya Canadian. And one we don't work as supposed to.
Yeah.
No,
yes. Kakra.
Kweku. Ne ye kakra ne say. Chairman Solo la sula la do say na wani ukuma. Enu mponi o. La sula la do say na wani ukuma enu mponi. Enu omo de bi omo so say akra yo omo say ke omo no mo more than 1 million supporters so akra no mo eva.
Abi mate, mami anum bro.
Sa kasa na monya kan fa kire. Monya juma e be monya at least 10,000, 15,000 supporters. Some here real supporters of Mokoto Konem House. You guys don't have 10,000 support. Mondibi.
Martin, I don't know Bekum. How many nets?
Okuna Bekum was interesting. Bekum was okay, but I think that Bekum Chelsea, some of what we know, and Akwame, Amufaju Antoine, whoever were yet part of the Bekum Chelsea team, they have a lot of work to do. Oton quality, the young boys say they might take time before say Chelsea born or Bono. Emma hope say ebi ye ni ya and kwada ni so inexperienced ne also and ombebre maybe ombebo ni say ya be 10 matches answer o ma start so meet me compete very well for hearts of folk so ombebo how many matches 6 games so far without conceding a goal did the team now be sure and run we could ball no boy no so ombebo sa in all of games aka no mu enya potent striker e anywhere it is difficult to team be say house of folk
Mate Majo
for Germany sorry Kwaku, the least said about Asari, the better. We hear any introduction, we hear any justification. Banko for we man of the match to Kuma. Moon can't show the self, but what happened is Badoria and friends say. Some boys are so Kuku and Rana Open, one of the worst performing players in the game, but you'll be project said Badoria high by the engineer man of the match. What is that?
My show, Ram Nakruma MVP.
What is that?
My show, Ram.
There be enra obibi oko Accra Sports Stadium biano Yamishano together with the commanders and Tokotoko supporters are omutimi ebase the current chairman Solo maybe will be on Chiano Modern Bomber Boy towards this particular match and I believe say obi home Modern Bomber Boy and they wanted Kumasi and Tokotoko to win against Damorocan club but the crew woman said me Metna can last week say all those say per records and per history say check games are Kumasi and Tokotoko abo against WAC now check the kind of results are Kotoko for it against Waka it has been good so history be catch us a Kotoko it was that kind of best hand against the side of WAC. Not history so as answer catch us say anytime be a Kumasi and Tokotoko ebebo work e wukruma as the first leg biano omotoko so ewini in the second leg even crampo say a knockout stages are Kotoko itimi advance so history be ka bibia de achro but upon seeing the preparation say compare one of our big local clubs in our country that is Kumasi and Tokotoko House of Folk. Now they compare some of these European countries and some of these North African countries are or mobile even in the CAF and also the Confederation tournament, you could see vast difference ahead of Kumasi and Tokotoko and even House of Folk or mobile in these particular competitions. The crew will say 2 weeks before this particular match, now work and crop for Ewukrumwa just to study how that they will play against Kumasi and Tokotoko. In fact, they came to Barbara Sports Stadium to make basic requests. Say, baby Barbara Sports Stadium, weather condition it is saying, Asantimemo weather condition it is saying, Barbara Sports Stadium, the facilities and everything over there, would they accommodate the players and the entire team? Omo beba kruma bebo match na no mo say baba yara entimi enhodi that particular match no they needed to move from Kumasi to Accra Sports Stadium and they had Ghanaians who knew the ins and outs of Kumasi and Tokotoko to teach them how they will be able to sustain against Kotoko playing them at the Accra Sports Stadium. It's match now enra because here I felt say instead of Kumasi and Tokotoko playing as a home side, I felt Kumasi and Tokotoko mumnane elbow in away. More than what cannot look comfortable and making sure that he will attack and attack and attack. Kumasi and Tokotoko, Coach Karim Zito started it well in the first 20 minutes. But every first 20 minutes, echo in the early of the first half, a room in the second half, we saw what coming in aggressively and making sure say they will either get a point or win that particular game against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And Debiameka said, so we a coach. Now say who coach a big club like House of Folk, who coach a big club like Kumasi Asante Kotoko. One of the key things, and that's one of the uniqueness, Ebema me as a football pundit, menya that kind of engineer, so you're a very good coach, how you manage the game. Especially with your substitutions, especially with Kwame Faso, I tweaking some sort of formations. Abraham match in Moya Dindiama with Wankasa Football Club. And now, I didn't see any proper game management from Coach Karim Zito. I didn't see any proper game management. Say as Coach Karim Zito, the 4-3-3 system that you are playing against WAC for no stay below, no making sure that umbe panso on Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And instead of Coach Karim Zito trying as much as as much as moving to close the gap in the midfield. And he was still playing these kind of players. To me, they were not able to contain the midfield of WAC. Then I'm your coach. It's how you are able to change the game within Wankasa knowledge and how you've been able to read the game. That's what we call coaching. Coach or manage the game, no making sure so be tricky tactics. No, that's how I felt. So a professional coach, but I didn't see Coach Karim Zito making any game management, making sure say the tactics be influence Kumasi Asante Kotoko, especially in the midfield. When the back four and all, it was quite okay. Samba and Ablo, it was quite okay in the first half. You in the second half, it was quite okay, but the midfield was a problem for Kumasi Asante Kotoko at this material moment in time. Every game that I may share against WAC, no my feel justice blame. Because at this material moment, na Kotoko here will be commanded a wonfinfio. Na Kotoko here will be in fact obe stamping authority in the midfield of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And Enra Obi no stadium be even including Agadas. And a reporter said, the start of this season, Kobetima be signing either a year or 2 years. Kumasi Asante Kotoko coming back to the football club. I felt how emotional he was because it got a moment in time. The midfield never be a breaking for Kotoko and Coach Karim Zito. You have a lot of midfielders. Yatina Hanuma a comparison. The team A of Kumasi Asante Kotoko and the team B of Kumasi Asante Kotoko say when you have your squad in depth, quality players almost sitting at the bench, they can easily come in and make a great impact for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But Enra, Karim Zito substitution went wrong. Karim Zito's substitution went wrong. And at this particular peculiar moment, see, Kamara Ashu, day in and day out. And yes, Kamara D Kotoko GFA Cup, call South Africa, Kobo against, Okwaje Toyota Cup. Ababaje Presidential Academy Kotokonti, we should always hail him. There be Kotoko, a good substitute goalkeeper. I'll bet me match Kamara come teaching very well as the goalkeepers for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Why should we still keep Kamara in the goalpost upon the silly mistakes and upon some of the mistakes why are cost to Kumasi Asante Kotoko? Even last season, he was still doing such mistakes in the goalpost for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. We still keep him at the goalpost. Currently, as you speak, someone shared a contractor, Kamara, a walk with Kumasi Asante Kotoko, left with some few months or go free. The business aspect of Kumasi Asante Kotoko senka omuko na no South Africa ya na Kaizer Chiefs e person omuto no. All men German farmer Kaizer Chiefs because of Africa no ombebo nti no. Se Kamara Freak Football Club ni mukwa one wa cost Kumasi Asante Kotoko because every mistake no here no oni way a basis in football, a basis in goalkeeping. Accra watch na the Accra Obo Academy claim say pay free the 18-yard box I mean touch ball.
Oh, now more is the one can second goal 2-0.
What's it?
I'll do Mujakra.
DIABY.
Nowadays, what they say sometimes they're more checking the calculations. And
yes, sir.
You need problem. But some or then say Bobo no there. I said the Louis the Ruga DIABY. What's a book to go on a tornado? Cartoon man shoe.
DIABY.
It was fat back with
it was even a mistake for him to come out because at that time checking
different need problem. But the situation at times or then say Bobo there. Was a book to go. Cartoon man shoe. Our Ghana.
DIABY, it was still a mistake because
So then is there more
because why should you even come out in the first place? Because you have defenders or ma cover.
How many years?
You have defender what cover. Check it. What did DIABY check it? Defender neighbor what cover up. It wasn't necessary for even Kamara to come out.
That one I agree. But more not than $1 million. Hey, two there. Oh, Kuma. Now get it fine.
Was he no? Oh, DIABY. You see.
Now I the maestro Cambodia was for him to come out. Wama out abon and Kaombo.
Wait, a silly mistake in a Kamara, you know. A silly mistake, and such mistakes, you know, at this particular material moment in time, Kotoko here, no. Ebian called them one. I'm not sure Senka match beat my end 1-0. Or Demois, there's no way Senka work for strike and beat me a share against an atom compete match second goal against Kumasi and Tokotokoda. In Kenya possible. Your partner, so we saw how people were furious against Kamara. Anyway, he has been doing these petty mistakes. Or a lot of mistakes. So the goalkeeping posing back Kotokwa. Or a lot of mistakes for Kumasi and Kotoko. And we know, and unfortunately, Acosta Kotoko. And I want to see how the management will handle this. I want to see how the management will handle this because it was a result of Kamara and T and Omu best goalkeeper and even the captain of the side. Every free football club the Mukoye.
Ate, Mama Ricardo, nah. Wow, can I hear 10 minutes, man? And I'm a farmer for why? I remember in a call.
Oku, and now I saw a video. Brekum, where a Bobo be called Ghana's #1 so now control the one 2 so now delay that is kaka no chebo no da form to make sure so we delay time, you know, because of our way and that pressure and so 8 me one so.
Yeah, that time they are born it was additional 5 minutes or the
we now giving people the trust opportunity in our national team, you know, at the brew or the confidence that but since Unya call up to the Blasters, he's been keeping the code for young Blasters, you know. If you look at him and in a level of maturity, Assessor, can say when you get opportunity now you call up now you give opportunities to players needy. Omonko, you need preference but they go there just to have that feeling. No move on your baby MON-FRI a Blasters call up. Nyoma, you won't see players no ball who didn't do the level of person. But what they bring locally, no, none of your players know how movie. To Omoko no more bar or more sad, you know, and so so you give the players the opportunity to go and do that for us. The games he's been playing na unconsidered goal. It's not like say House of Folk a bobo be a bruise. House of Folk a game sometimes they fail to perform that they need their goalkeeper to make sure that they are still keeping that clean sheet to keeping up. And then now bring us to the Black Stars call up and giving opportunities to people, trusting them. If you want our league to be up there, and it's definitely you have the call of the team. Today we have 20 players, we have 25 players near that. You have the call of the team. But the call of the team, no, you add people to it just for the experience sake. And these things a boy league, you know, and occur in a area a boy. Someone will do a Juan Wayapemba. Because so when as the M1, the best thing he can do currently is for him to resign. Now on for money toward and say a pamono. The entire Chelsea team, no, now you'll be out here chili for Biamitia. You knew, say, definitely na ya do bebre. The player that almost turn the core in any no bebre. Say pressure no ma na hono no pressure ni so na en go do me nkase ye pamono. Now they will give him the opportunity, they will give him the time out here to get the team back to where it's a team needs to dura. No problem. But if enkoyesa na still with no matter 2 Chelsea, you know, people are more chromo. People are more team will force him to give results then he needs to honorably for the man to nako because the man is a bad experience near but you need to play for some time and the way I know my chico easy half a say the pressure will definitely come. Support and all theatre names a woman what on players. And someone who is a man that will believe in Kuala. It's a more reason why men perceive no be excuse. Because no or 4 players, no money babiano or money dino, no the master team. If that is the case, they see what church now. Now, me experience over some sort of a good performance. But see the way, because show any problem. Has to show any problem. But so we call all blacks. Now, could get 3 as a say no. Koku, Sarah results will be better. One we are no money about the he need to be very, very careful. Performance now has done it. Never supporters nipe. Keeping clean sheet and scoring goals. When you keep clean sheet, you score goals. I don't know here. You almost say, you know, consistency kakraba the Ghanaian Premier League, you know, you don't see it being consistent. Thomas Sheba is on the second with 12 points, and I made them also with 13 points. So when you keep that same energy and you keep that same runner, then you see the house of folk also a bang league, you know, so persuade. The supporters ne kasa no omo kasa so omo team no ye omo team ni share goals no do omo pay. Who call church watch it too. Every house of folk fan will be cool, collected, calm, no anything. That is how your man ends with it. You know, you're more a coach Masudi Dramani Abaso for that wonderful job or no answer to my friend house of folk and so na ye can't to Gosona League no and so intimi and ye and so intimo Kwaku. Then to a summaters ne a match no Mediama match no. That goal now a toilet. It was a goal that who you blame the goalkeeper or the intelligence of the player.
The player am na waju. Player am na waju. You see, keeper papa bi enu at that time we. Ye bobo she di pool muda. Edi bi abrofun goalkeepers no ko we omo. Okay. Chedi akra ya bi so stretch man in sakam. Onu so o kwa ho hwe wachi. Who what the goal da woni. E me wusu dwene kra men kan bi. Keeper papa bi enu a bi be ja ball center lo she di pool. O ye den wa bo ani. Okay. Kama de no ntimi nkan bi man because of Say we is 2 pass na minim ba bi okọ. Ba kama de no de ma men fault ne ye. Why your first mistake? The second mistake was saying Kubi Jabo na manashe.
We are going to see good performance from the local teams, you know.
Na ko to kwa so bezo be ka time so ya.
Ma meta eh. Debut. Koku man fa no to. Koku. So sha ko to ko give na me share time. Give na dia na ba ka bi. Koku. So sha ko to ko match o mo boy ya. Memma ko to ko fan bia. Memma ko to ko player bia. Memma ko to ko coach bia nya na den say they are going to Morocco to turn the score line.
Along with
Koku. The mo kasa asem ne say in the game they feel said on go good game. And in a way you compare game we cross and they play better than Kwara there no. Hey be at omo no sa de siko e ba Kwaku. Kotoko ball no mo in the first half no. Morocco fo ne yenuan mo so no ba park ne nye papa o. So they don't stress themselves that much. Or more ball no cross there ubehu no. They relax and make sure so they get a respectable score line. But in the first half, they entered Kotoko box more than the Kotoko box. They team that all boy we are on person, but that all steady team no perform before say or very active. Tiana Kotoko they played well there. Omunyam to was here. And no as this kikra ameduma. So boy, as this kia ameduma. No so boy Manuel and to you or my keeper ni CV. Ameduma. As this kia ameduma. Saturday night, yeah.
Apale left the passes.
And I may catch up Bakasu. You see the intelligence of how it's about 1 to 2 net, no. We na can was a be beer muno or more no may ye at a check Kumanza and Kotoko. Players, gadget, facilities, Bibia, Obi, at a check Kotoko. Or Baha, they don't want to play. Fakotoko so a quaman home. Heart of Lions on my own tone play animal. Wako Baduri ho almost derby player we Ishmael Ado Heart of Lions almost derby na say o corner cause players winning bar that is to tell us say Chrome and corner one you don't have the best of players to team in terms of performance wise performance sake only work between abo football is normal the unity and a teams in kiton between chebasa no aseno utibiti every man no action and wo and dey be a taisi. But we no at this point in time they won't fall for that. Intimacy and they came just to get a respectable score normally call. On goalkeeper now the first mistake was him deciding to come out. Though yesterday was the day that I feel said Patrick Cassie don't Meduma. Because yesterday was one of the worst performance for Kumasa and Nokotoko. China Guno. But Sabowi no the can walk one. And now he plays who Kotoko pa Patrick Cassie do. A bunch of any Pitami do aqua. Man who what in year and rap for Kumasa and Nokotoko. Kamara saved Kotoko be brain the first half. But Sabo no desire to be babontin was a mistake. Goalkeeper, sad time no. Opi na na say Araba Jesus wo bobo na to ba na ti o. No dey nsa ko kan. Ne nsa dey kan dey ye because ko to mu aka asema ba. But na Patrick Eba. No need for you to go. Because we are more branch friend Lord am one abazo. If church go kantia. Kotoko fonso wo kanti. Na branch friend Lord am one. Kontimi tumbi kan 90 minutes. Wo dey tumbia obeko. O ka so ma bia so obeba. But Kotoko team no bad. They need consistency.
As a Abi Mares I do. I'm cool. The players on your moon. You don't know what name as on your feet. On a better one.
That's the long.
One name again.
You see, you can't be easy to twice. That's what I say.
That I will never twice.
That was debut. It was emphatic statement. You can't beat Zito twice. Intimate. What did he say? Work intimidation.
I've been from my fair for no I'm far for Empire.
Last week I could be at the and then young boy is 9 off. She has not Obiso or Cover, he's a quite coach in the lines as well.
When it is any
coach all alliances. I work coaches all alliances.
Oh, go for the people football that we will not. Let me ask, yeah, football.
Yeah, what's a care around you? Yeah, depending on results, there, but you will be questions.
Oh, but so more of himself now. Okay, one.
No, they are Kotoko meeting. But where Kotoko meet Mako on your work. So we got to commit on your work.
I'm from fair for 0206 334747. Oba lowa TV set no na team ya na yamkeni na niamanko kama pa famaye. Wazi no honorable Capella atumenkra.
Via Capella.
Adriano ja.
Send no more where I could say to.
That was a good score line part. 0206 334646 0206 334646 0206 334747. Also no waiting out journey oba no wall TV set no na wati me ha me na for but o dia baby afrevi alo ba don temenka o debi oko onhwe na mo ma me foforo na me kom ni na yehwe na bibia entimi ende daddy e wo honom me hwe na me nya foforo ba o dia baby afrevi. Hello? Hello, call out Temenka. Call out Temenka. Oluwa the TV set and I'm young queen in Namen Fafu. Why? Na me say me you are not young queen. About your dear baby Alfrevi. Oh. Mate. American King Kind. Good evening, Abu. Hala Madrid. Ozi Grid Bra Kweku, I don't know Kweku Kra or Cassie ni Yanchi, I don't know where's Ozi. Please, freedom. Please. We there me say sometimes you know me buy yana I know anything near the but obey anything. Ozi Alo Fakye Sport. I'm Kwiju Godfather from Kwaboso. Update me on Barcelona, I don't know when and I wish good afternoon Fakye Sport. The sport is super powerful, so we can't afford to miss it. But Barcelona is scoring Madrid next week. Protocol inside a jar. And my regards to my colleague staff at Fatuma Memorial Hospital inside a jar. Your bomb the day, and that'll be me not some technical issues. Call us no moon function. Why not? Say I hear you inside. Oh, you will grab it and Kakase be with today. Yeah.
That's why I hear you.
That's why I hear you last time. Last time,
oh dear.
I'm going good.
We need a
Or can I get the other answer?
You know, I just have it.
Oko and me. Abibia.
Okay, I had a kind gesture from one gentleman, Suyane. His name is Suli, right? Or nickname become home, you have a nickname. Before say maybe move or me exclusive ride for a far distance. We was about maybe I'm sure with you, so now the matter for you come maybe I'm here. Usually, me only soon I phone in a charm quite so the reception was great. Na Ibrana Ultimate Fire was stadium beside the question. Now, Ibra, we have a video, the actual. We need Ibra. Back when they say Isaac, was Isaac, almost back we come home. Or Mommy and so this I would say my case. I want to sound. It do not you don't do some. Monty, as we narrow do the agents. Bibi no ana rodo kai bi boys having too much. Ibra fly for us address kama. Tama dressing cafe. All trans.
Kama ko sa so you teacher bi.
Say no na papa no ko ka say o ti training pa na.
All trans. All trans wa bi no be doctors.
Sadi le ba ibi abo de lo ti ase e ti be ka comment ni o di bi e fata wi sha ko are ka
ultras no mo ye chance ha ye ju mo so
na wo ya so
ye je ultras so abutire ultras do me didi Ghana de ye bia won ka
Ibra de
onko so nyina ni ma
omo je correct
o wuti ya lo mo twa wo kra de abo mo players
na edu baby no omo ye didi drama dia didi afi o mo da for matter dia
era ko sa o ti na o ka o ti so that's what we have fata we shall isha fata we o
all trust
all trust
o me answer the all trust of teachers
ayo ye ko cheche ni ayo on sa
doctors ye chance
there we go I mean call you na mentia Gabriela Boatin or a biochemist. You know, so shade and then. So Gabriela, I'm in Chia Quanson Kusokra, and I'm in Chia Abrante Shawama. I'm in China Quanson Kuson. I'm once on 25th October. Ye be ye maiden Shawama joint or Swami opposite Nurum Hotel and tea. Be amber support and be in Timinkoye.
How we are go?
Yusuf, and so Kruma DMZ or Momo. A pair who away from our turn on your best dealer. Now, NTB or the Galabi bus on the idea was not the Galabi bus on TNJ. We are special guests to the Banova Big Greasy tournament. No, a ya proud and important one. Tino, Yusuf, you're a barber supporting a Vivian and Sweaty my come on. Nah, Matia, my before. That be your mom, Baby Matter.
Yeah, no,
never said that be your me at all. Tino make chow me in advance. I be my come po masem party on pe masem no.
Wate here ma pe ya ko amo beba o cha mo fan cheze remubu ma na intimate there some technical issues bintina enti enrabu ama man fam again chara ma zan kofu obi kapa na wa for ball kakre ne mo de akohye fie da abizak o kata Friday u pie da sorry so was there ya kru ni music I didn't know how much is your money for that. No,
say
I was on Friday. It's a holiday. Okom kroni bi so Friday dia no. Unso bi obi abie ne shop crash or yejuma. Eno na benya kwa ma omowo ni na ba be.
Match ni say anyumre 8 p.m.
Was that ever so good for loss there?
Say please don't score us again. When you go to Ghana, we're one of the biggest clubs. We have a lot of respect. Please, we beg you, don't score again.
This is Kotoko started born on Yensa.
No, multi share Kotoko.
What's it?
No, about draw.
One pay na work and your mudi.
Kotoko
so when your mudia. Huh? Aziz Kimuba Juma. Back when they say launch and I'm can say.
Local road to my
so Mube Juma. Now I'm about to Mube Juma. Huh? Net fast one.
And I'm winning as you say, she are open around the road. I'm watching, I say, she had a massive.